Hey guys, so we are back again with another reading. This one is going to be your spouse, your future spouse. So your husband or your wife, whatever you guys are wanting to marry. So for most of you guys, it's going to be future spouse, but maybe some of you are married and just tuning into their energy. Either way works, but for most of you, it's going to be future spouse. So today we have Sushi. I did sushi last time, but I just loved these when they came in and I thought it was perfect for today's reading. We'll be back soon into more of the desserts or other kind of food options. So if you're sick of the sushi, don't worry because it's going to change up next reading, but I loved these, so yeah. I also wanted to mention to you guys that I burned the hell out of my hand a couple days ago. I had like second-degree burns that were pretty bad, and they're healing now. But if you guys see burn blisters on my hands, just don't be alarmed. And I'm sorry if some of you guys like hate to see that. It's not that bad, but there's just some burn blisters. So anyway, hopefully it's not distracting and you guys don't have an issue with that, and it won't be noticeable. But I just wanted to say that in case anyone is sensitive about that. So let's do close-ups of each of the piles. This one is going to be number 1, and I think it is an egg nigiri, I think, roll. I'm not sure what number 2 is. It's like a silver fish. So if you guys have any ideas, leave it in the comments. Maybe eel, I don't know. Then we have shrimp, number 3. Looks really good. And finally, we have this white one with a little like charred yellow thing on the side. So if you guys know what any of these would be, let me know. I am not that much of an expert on sushi, but they all look really, really good. So hopefully one is already jumping out to you. I'm going to be quiet for a little while and let you guys tune into the energy. Okay, so hopefully you guys had time to decide. If not, feel free to rewind, pause, and spend more time with each of the piles. But I really hope one has already jumped out to you, and we're gonna go ahead and go into pile 1. Hey guys, so if you picked the egg sushi, this is going to be your reading. It looks really good, really tasty, so let's get into it. I also wanted to mention first that I burned my hand pretty badly a few days ago. I kind of was waiting for it to heal a little bit before filming again, but if you guys see burns on my hands, just know that that's what it is. I don't want to freak anyone out, and I also wanted to let you guys know in case some people may have like triggers or something around seeing burns. I know some people are weird about blood or whatever. So I'm going to show you guys in like 2 seconds. So look away if you can't stand to see anything like that, but they're not that bad. They're pretty much healed, but I do have some burns. So showing you guys like it's not that bad, but I just wanted to let everyone know because I know everyone feels differently about seeing that kind of a thing. So don't worry, I'm not in pain or anything. But with that being said, let's get into it. I pre-pulled your cards and let's see what Spirit has to say. You guys got the 3 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, the Star, the Magician, the 9 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. So what's coming up already that I'm getting really strongly from Spirit is that this person is going to be like a family man kind of a thing. Like I feel like this person has been looking for you for a really long time. I feel like this is the kind of person that really has wanted to start a family. Like they maybe, how there's some people that, or especially sometimes when it comes to guys, where they'll never even imagine a wedding or, having kids or whatever, and they're very like entrenched in like a bachelor or bachelorette lifestyle. I feel like this person is the opposite. They very much like when they see a little kid, they're like, oh, that's so cute, I want a kid like that, or like, oh, they maybe, how when you walk through the store and you see the baby clothes, maybe they're the kind of person who would like really look at like the little the baby shoes, or like even buy one, or see the little like baby outfit and just be like, "Aw." Like this person has probably imagined becoming a parent, becoming a mom or a dad, and it's been something that they've always known they wanted. And what I'm getting already really strong is like that when this person meets you, it's almost like they're letting out a sigh of relief of like, oh, okay, so like I found them. I knew I would find them, but like I finally found them. You guys might already be in touch with this person's energy, because I feel like both of you kind of have already intuitively sensed that, and it's almost like you guys are leading towards each other, which is something the star card talks really strongly about. And it's also something I'm just getting intuitively. Like I feel like you guys might meet under the circumstances where it's almost like you're just going off your intuition, like you're randomly like, well, I always go to that bar, but you know what, tonight, I don't know, this is so weird, but I have the strongest desire to go to that rundown Irish pub down the street that like I never go to. And I know you guys said it's the worst place with the worst music, but I just really want to try it tonight, kind of a thing, and that's where you guys meet. Like I feel like it's going to be one of those situations that you hear about where someone was late for the bus, and then they missed that bus, so they had to take another one, and then they got off at the wrong stop and they were lost, and then they wandered into a store for directions, and that's how they met. It's going to be, or like, like you were someone, like you had a colleague that was supposed to go on a business trip, and then the colleague canceled and you had to go, and they were, working at the hotel when you checked in or something, or they were also on the business trip, and maybe they also, weren't expecting to go, and it's like fate will lead you guys to each other, which is kind of nice, because I feel like in those situations, you don't have to worry about making sure you're in the right place, because spirit will lead you and make sure. But if you guys get those inklings, it's always good to follow your intuition, and I feel like it's going to be one of those things where spirit just kind of nudges you like, no, go there, go to this. Like I'm just reminded of this post I saw a while ago that was this lady who said, she was like, 7 years ago today, I organized a company hike that was for my little software company, and only one other person showed up. It was some guy I'd never talked to from the like technology division or something. And we ended up going on the hike together, and now we've been married for 6 years. Like, I feel like it's going to be that kind of a story where you guys are just led to each other, because this is a very like special connection. And this person, I feel like, yeah, they've been trying to manifest you. That comes across really strong. So pulling some more cards, we got, and I have not seen these, so I'm seeing them for the first time. We got the World, Yin Yang, Door to Romance, and All Tied Up. So I feel like, first of all, Yin Yang talks about that masculine feminine divide, and really about balance. So yin and yang both provide important aspects. We need both sides. We can't have too much out of balance for one. So I feel like you guys are both really going to just fit together so perfectly. I feel like in a way, both of you guys have been working on yourselves. Like both of you may be spiritual, or maybe if this person isn't spiritual in the sense of watching tarot videos, they're the kind of person that would level up. Like maybe they're not watching tarot videos, but maybe they're watching like Jordan Peterson, or I don't know, other gurus that maybe are less like spiritual, but are talking about how to improve your life and stuff. No opinion on Jordan Peterson, so if you hate him or love him, like, I'm just saying what's coming to me, where I feel like sometimes there are kind of like gurus or people that give spiritual wisdom, but they don't come off that way. So maybe if someone is very resistant to the idea of tarot or religion, that maybe they would watch psychology videos, or like videos on how to improve your productivity or something. And it's really about leveling up. And so they are working on themselves, you know what I mean? And maybe they're doing spiritual work without even realizing it, you know? Like they're purifying their spiritual space by eating healthier or waking up early, you know what I mean? So I just feel like this person is working on themselves. They are very much someone who has put a lot of effort into their life, and I really like that about them. They're very industrious and they're hard workers. And I'm also picking up on a very positive energy from them, which I really like. I feel like this person is very much someone who is not, you know, someone who has a victim complex or someone who is kind of moping around or feels like the world is against them, or like they are very much in a very positive place, a very positive type of person. And again, I really wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them do spiritual work or do stuff like the Spirit or excuse me, the Secret, or have read The Alchemist or stuff. Because I mean, not everyone fully goes into tarot and all that stuff, but there's a lot of people who are into spirituality, whether they even know that's what they're doing. You know, maybe they only listen to like Joel Osteen, but still, those are some really deep spiritual truths. And so, you know, however you access it, that's okay. So we got go the distance, round and round, to be fair, and not for you. So something that I'm getting right now, and I was wondering that when we got all tied up, but I wasn't sure and I didn't want to say it until I, you know, was sure. But now I'm really getting, for so many of you, you guys may be hung up on a certain person. Like maybe you have someone from your past that you really think about a lot, and you watch these videos and you think about them. And I feel like that person is maybe a distraction for you guys, that has been set up by Spirit on purpose so that you guys will not be like actually getting involved with anyone else seriously. Like sometimes when we keep thinking about an ex, and we keep comparing everyone else to them, that's Spirit's way of keeping us like tied up, distracted, kind of occupied, so that we don't get into another relationship that could work out. Because maybe it takes time to like arrange things with this other relationship. Because again, I feel like the relationship you guys are coming into, this is a very divinely appointed relationship. This is a really great relationship, actually. I was surprised by how positive it is coming through. Like, I feel that this person has such a positive energy, and you guys are very like divine counterparts. Like you guys, again, I feel like you guys, probably a lot of you have already started working on like, you know, eating healthier or getting a good diet, or just like leveling up, trying to make yourself into a more positive person, maybe reading more books or doing self-improvement stuff. You know what I mean? Like maybe you guys are eating all organic or getting rid of fluoride or doing whatever it takes to really purify yourselves. And I feel like this person is on the same path as you guys. And if that hasn't happened yet, I feel like it will, especially as you lead into entering the period where you're right about to meet this person. Because again, since it's a general reading, the timing is going to be different for you guys, but there's divine timing 100%. So for some of you, you know, depending on your age or whatever, this person might be like really close or 7 years away. But either way, I feel like the timing is going to work out. And I think one clue you'll have before you meet this person is that you're gonna suddenly start to really level up like rapidly. Like you guys are going to want to really eat clean or want to work out. And I'm not just talking about for physical reasons. I'm talking about like on the inside. You guys are going to want to be very pure, maybe like clean up your space. Like maybe you had a little bit of a messy room and suddenly, you know, you can't stand having anything disorganized. And that I feel like is going to be what happens in the period before you meet this person. Because this person is very leveled up, and you will be too by the time you meet them. And it's just going to be exactly the right timing so that it's perfect. And I feel like if you're still thinking about someone from your past, know that that is not like, it's kind of a distraction, I would say. It's kind of a break that like Spirit is putting you on. You might be like, why can't I get over this person? Like they're not even my type, or like, they didn't treat me that well, and you don't, like, it doesn't make sense to you. But the reason why is because you're not supposed to be dating around in other relationships. You're really just supposed to be kind of waiting, biding your time. And Spirit knows you probably wouldn't be okay with that, so they have to like distract you. So they're keeping you hung up on this person from your past. But they know that will keep you out of the, dating world anyway. So that's why, if you guys still have someone that you're constantly thinking about, that's why. And know that those feelings are going to naturally kind of melt away at the right time. Again, I think before you actually fully meet this person, because I think you guys have already met on the astral realm, but I think before you actually meet in the physical realm, that you guys are going to go through some massive changes, including letting go of all this past cords to someone you're still attached to. Your energy is going to become very on point before you meet this person. In fact, you might be overly sensitive, like way empathic, way psychic, before you meet this person, because you guys really are both going to be very high vibrational. This person that you're going to be with is very high vibrational. They're a great manifester, they're great spiritually, and honestly, I think their finances are really on point too. I mean, when I say this person has it all, like, they really have it all. You guys kind of got like 10 out of 10 type person that... Congratulations, pile one. I feel like I can't imagine any pile will have it better than this, because this person is so great. I was gonna say, like, this is like my type, and I'm hearing my type from Saweetie. Like, in those lyrics, I can't say them because they're too raunchy, but she's like, the lyrics to my type where she says, I can't even, I'm trying to like piece together parts of the song I could say. I don't think there's any lyrics I could say. But, obviously she talks about him being very physically gifted and attractive, I'll say, and also having a lot of money. So that's the polite way of me putting it. I feel like that's what this person has going on. Like, they are like a 10. Like, they really are the perfect package. I am not saying that to just gas you up. I'm very honest in these readings, but this person really, really is bringing a lot to the table. Like, they really have, again, I think this person has worked on themselves. They might have been through some stuff earlier in their life, or they had to struggle, or they just came, to ascend to this earth to really like work hard and accomplish a lot. I don't know, but this person really, really, really has done the work. They are very industrious, and they just kind of have got a lot going on. So we got slow and steady, rescue, coming to life, and stuck in the mud. So I really do think stuck in the mud has to do with this same energy I was talking about right now. If you guys are feeling stuck on someone, or feeling like you can't move on, or feeling like, why aren't things moving forward? Know that that's because they're not supposed to move forward right then. You're supposed to be a little bit occupied mentally with this other person, and it's for a reason. It's because, I always give the example of, it's like when you have a surprise party or something, and I have had surprise parties for people before, and it's like, the annoying thing is you have to keep them really occupied beforehand. So you usually have to like think of an excuse that's like, let's go to the store. And then of course you're texting the people at the party, and you're like, is it ready? And they're like, no, it's not ready yet. Like, don't bring them. And so then you have to like find another excuse of like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot. Wow, I forgot to go get the shampoo. Okay, let me go back in. Or I forgot my purse. Or, oh my God, there's traffic. Oh, I took the wrong turn. And the person that you're with is staring at you like, is this person an idiot? Like, why is this stupid errand that should have taken an hour taking 4 hours? Like, they're like getting annoyed. They're getting mad. They want it to hurry up. But you know that it's because you have that surprise party, and you have to wait until everything is set up and everyone's arrived and the cake is there and it's decorated and the candles are lit and everything is good to go. And so that's kind of the situation. I feel like in life we tend to get very impatient. We want to see it happening. But know that you guys are being like paused for a reason. It's kind of like you guys are the equivalent of right now being driven around by a person taking the wrong exit, forgetting their wallet, and oh, I forgot this. Oh, let's stop in that shop. Oh, it'll just take 5 seconds. Come on, just come on. And you're going crazy, getting impatient, but know that you have that surprise party waiting for you at the end. So the other cards we got are rescue, coming to life, and peaks of joy. So I feel like for some of you guys, like, you might have felt kind of stuck or felt like you were really dating losers or like, just why isn't this working out? Also, for some of you, it may be an issue like where your finances aren't on point and you are really having issues paying your bills or figuring out, career or whatever. I do feel like this person is going to have some money. And with the rescue card, I wouldn't be surprised if they are totally okay with financially providing for you. Like, they might not mind that you don't have a career on fire. Some people, they really need to feel, like their partner is like, bringing in cash and whatever. But I feel like you guys this person is going to be very understanding. Again, I feel like a lot of them have been through tough times or they've had to really work on themselves. So it's like they have a lot of compassion and empathy. And I feel like they would be like, yeah, of course I would pay for you. Like, you're my partner. I love you. Like, it wouldn't even be an issue, And maybe if you guys, some of you dreamed about being a stay-at-home parent. And again, of course, if you want to have your own career, like, God bless and enjoy whatever you guys want. But I feel like for those of you that maybe want to be a stay-at-home parent or maybe just feel like you just can't figure out the money career thing, I feel like this person really could be totally fine with you being a stay-at-home parent and really love that and be totally down to be the financial provider. So if that's something you guys have going on in your life, I just think this person is going to add a lot to you. And actually, even if you guys have a career on point, I feel like in general, you guys are almost going to feel like you rescued each other. Like, you guys are going to bring so much to each other's life. This person is going to be so grateful for you, but something coming in so strong about this person's energy is they are a provider. Like, I said, like, you guys are going to rescue each other, but I feel like their spirit guide is like, like, clarify that, because they want you to know that this person in particular, they're a giver. They really want to give to you, which is, that's more of a masculine, that's more of the yang energy. Whereas yin is receiving, it kind of modeled after like the sex act, the giver and then the taker. But anyway, so, I feel like this person, they are the kind of person that likes to provide. They like to be like, hey, babe, I got you this, and like give you stuff, They like to make sure that like their partner is feeling good about themselves and looking on point, and that's what they want. This is why I say this is so evolved. I love this. Like, Pawan, can I steal your man or whoever this is? Because this person, like, I love this. And I feel like it's rare to find someone like this. So I'm a little envious, just a little. Not actually, because envy is low vibration, but like, seriously, this is a rare energy. This person is so supportive. A lot of people in life are dealing with traumas and dysfunctions, and they kind of never try to work through it. They never get over it. They always stay messed up, and we all have that choice, but a lot of people just don't know how to move forward. And what I love about this person is that they've really chosen to evolve, and they are very evolved and they are very mature. And I feel like the love they have to offer you is super evolved and just this beautiful, supportive, sweet, and kind of love. Like, this is such a great... Now I can see why I was getting such a strong family, almost like dad or mom energy. Like, I feel like this is... I was just hearing something someone said about their dad, and they said, they mentioned to their dad that they were sick on the phone. They were like, I haven't been feeling well. And like a couple days later, they got this giant shipment of all these vitamins, like all these different kinds of vitamins, gummy vitamins, and all different kinds of stuff, as well as their favorite stuffed animal. I guess they like a certain type of like cartoon character, so they got them that. They sent a bunch of other stuff in the care package, and I was just like, oh my God, that is so sweet. Like, to me, that is so sweet and touching. And I feel like this is the type of person who would do that. Like, not only are they going to treat you really well, but if you have kids with this person or just kids on your own, I feel like this person is going to be such a great parent. Like, they are a very selfless person. They are a giver. That's really what divine masculinity is, is that giving to others, that wanting to provide in like a positive way that touches people, that really is nurturing to them in that way. And, feminine energy expresses its love differently. So feminine energy is a lot more kind of sweet, receptive, setting the vibe, setting the mood. But that's kind of how the masculine more shows their love, is like, taking care of you. And I really see that in this side. So if you're a guy asking about a girl, I do feel like she's probably going to be a little more, she's a giver. I mean, this might be like kind of like a little bit of an alpha female, but however you guys resonate with this, sometimes you can also have it flipped. Maybe you are the giver, you love to give people gifts, and your partner is the feminine in this. But this is the dynamic that I'm seeing. And for most of you, I do feel like this is a masculine that wants to come in, just because this energy is so much of a giver and such a steady masculine energy that I'm getting from this, of like, really ascended and really exalted, like masculine divine provider type energy. So let me go into the other cards we pulled. We got the Knight of Cups. We got the Ten of Cups. Okay, and I pulled that beforehand, and I was like doing a bunch of stuff and shuffling, and I just decided to reshuffle because I was like kind of distracted and blah, blah, blah. But I was really, that card was standing out to me, the Ten of Cups, and I'm not surprised you guys got it again, because I was kind of like, I don't even know if I should put this card back, but yeah, so I'm glad we got that. We'll talk about that, but you guys got the Queen of Swords, you got the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, this person has a really great balance, I think, in their life between work and home. I do think this person is going to be someone who works a lot, because I think their financial situation is on point, but it's not like they are like a retired rich person that like inherited a bunch of money and they just can kind of do whatever they want. I don't even think this person would like that. Like, even if they inherited money, I feel like they'd be like, perfect, time to start a new business. They kind of like to stay busy. They're very industrious, but again, it's very positive. I think that, the energy they're in is very productive, positive. They have a lot of stuff going on. They enjoy their life. And yeah, it's really, really great. I think that since we've got the Ten of Cups again, what's coming through is that this person just really is like a great leader of a family, and really a great family person, where they are going to be such a great parent to your kids and really create this legacy. And I feel like they are just going to show you a ton of respect. I feel like this person really is looking for a woman who is on point, or sorry, a man, but again, since I keep getting the masculine coming through, but they really want someone who has worked on themselves and is very, I feel like, some people, when they're looking for a partner, they care about, money or looks and all that stuff. And honestly, I have no judgment. As long as you're not being a totally superficial douche who doesn't care about the person on the inside at all, I think it's fine for anyone to have preferences, or even, like, I only am attracted to this kind of person, so I'm only going to date them. It doesn't bother me, because I think that you have to be attracted to the person you date. Or if you're like, I want them to earn a certain amount of money and that's it, then, that's your preference, and that's that, but I feel like this person cares much more about the soul. They want someone who is going to be a good parent. I mean, honestly, keep getting gendered stuff. I feel like a good mom type role, like they are looking for a mom type energy, someone who's going to be very sweet, nurturing, loving, receptive, give them that like sweet, like a good homemaker almost. Like maybe you guys are good cooks, or maybe you guys just know how to set a vibe. Maybe you guys dress really well, or you're into luxury or more Venus stuff, but this person really likes the vibe you guys create. Like they like the energy you guys have, and they're very like enchanted by you in that way. Also something that's coming through that I got to mention, because it's come through twice now, is I feel like this person, if they are male, I've got to be honest, I think that they are very gifted in the genitalia department. I feel like they might be a little bit larger down there, or just have a really nice, I don't know, thing going on down there. So yeah, you guys should look up the Saweetie song. Look up My Type by Saweetie, because I definitely think that is coming through, so yeah, that's something I guess to look forward to if you guys are into that. I do feel like this is why I say this person really has it all. Like, again, can I come in and steal this person away? Because this is really, you guys kind of like won the lottery of like tarot decks. I mean, this is fantastic. And something I just really like about them is I feel like even though this person is very grounded, and they might be earth energy, so a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, because they have such grounded kind of Cap energy, but I also feel like they are very good with managing their emotions. They understand emotions. They're not thrown off. Like if you were to have an emotional day, or you were PMSing, or you were needing, like you just had a rough day at work and you needed to cry or needed to be upset, this person would be very understanding, and they like your emotions. I actually think they like that you bring the emotions to the table. Like they are so grounded and mature that they kind of like that you guys would be the more emotional component, because it adds something to their life. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you're in super earth energy, or if you're in too much of any kind of energy, not that this person is unbalanced, but I just think that they are very strongly grounded, and they kind of like that you guys bring something else and bring that watery, emotional, receptive energy to the table and create this kind of like world for them. They really like that. So let me pull some more. Oh, I forgot to do these. So we got Broken Bridge, Cane, Pay Attention to Your Health, Bell, Announcement, Basket, Recognition, Reward for Merit, Tortoise, Slowly but Surely Getting Ahead, Dog, Protection from a Powerful Friend, and Bird, Perched, Waiting for News, Package, Letter. So something that has come up a lot is slowness, which again we typically associate with earth signs. I do think that they're just telling you, like, just don't be impatient, because this is going to take a long time to kind of come in for many of you. And again, some of you, based on your age, you might already be at the point where this person is about to come into you, and this person is ready to enter into your life. But for others of you, you might be at the beginning stages where it hasn't quite happened yet. But I think that either way, don't rush the process, just be okay with it taking a little bit longer, because really great things always take time to manifest and always take time to come in, because, if they were so easy, like everyone would be able to manifest that perfect man in like 5 seconds, but we all know it doesn't quite work that way. So, other cards we got are, oh my gosh, wow. See, I'm telling you, I am getting a masculine thing, and sometimes I will have comments like, well, guys watch too, which I love my male viewers, but I have to go with what Spirit is saying. So we got man, we got desk, we got older man, and we got bear, leg, weeping willow, and grapes. So I feel like, first of all, I am just getting a really strong masculine energy. I feel like for most of you, you guys are asking about a man. If you are, asking about a woman, I do think this might be a woman who is strongly more in her masculine energy or has very much mastered that masculine side of things, more so than feminine, which is totally fine. But the energy I'm getting is a very masculine energy. Also keep in mind that if you're a man asking about a woman and you're like, but I like feminine women or whatever, this might be flipped and the dynamic might be you are the masculine man I'm describing who's spiritual and trying to level up, and the feminine is this other role. Sometimes it gets flipped like that in reading, so just tune into what resonates. But what they want you to know about this person is, again, that they are it's like a business person or someone that is a really hard worker. Even if they're not sitting behind a desk, I do feel like this person will have some kind of business or they'll be busy a lot. They are working hard, but I love that. I think that they're trying to provide for you. They're trying to protect for you. And I really think it's really admirable how much this person really thinks and cares about their loved ones and wants to bring the best for them. I feel like this person is like a really strong, loyal attacker, kind of. Like we got dog and bear, and both of those animals I think of as like they will defend their, pups or their cubs or their owners to the death. They are so loyal and they will fight. If someone tries to come in and mess with like the bear cubs, they will like fight them and kill them. And a dog, they will fight until they die to protect their owner. So I feel like this person is so protective, so loyal. And when you guys find each other, it's like they are never going to let someone come in and mess with you or treat you badly. Like if someone were to look at you weird in the street or be rude to you, they'd be like, "Excuse me? What did you just say to her?" Or whatever, and I love that. This person is very much a protector in a really positive way. Also coming in again is that this person has a large appendage. So again, I just keep mentioning it. This person, I don't know what they have going on, but yeah, definitely kind of a my type vibe, sweetie. And then we got leg. I do think this person is also kind of muscular. Like, I feel like, again, this person has a lot of stuff on point for themselves. I don't feel like they are just kind of like the hard worker, but they're kind of, mousy looking, or they have a really good job, but they're not that attractive. When I say this person has everything on point, I feel like they have everything on point. I feel like they look good. They probably put effort into their appearance. Again, I just keep getting that this person is very leveled up and they are working hard on themselves. They are probably not like eating junk food and just kind of lazing around and moping around. Like, I feel like they would be the type to go to the gym and eat protein powder and really like just they want everything they do to be done right. So yeah, so they are someone that, really, I feel like they probably have a lot of people interested in them, but it's almost like they are just looking for you, and they don't really care like what anyone else has to say, or, they just kind of like, they know what they're looking for, and they're not about to settle for someone who isn't going to offer that. So let me get more messages for pile 1. Can we get one card at a time? One card at a time. One card at a time, Spirit, please. One card at a time for pile 1. Okay, so we got thriving. We got solitude, taking risks, and going forward. So I do feel like you guys are on the path to this person, and just know that if it takes a little bit of time, that's okay. The good things in life take time. So know that wherever you guys are on the path, like I said, for many of you, you might be at that point where you're kind of like, I feel really ready. I feel like I am at the point when I'm ready to meet this person. I've been leveled up. I've been working on myself. Know that you guys are about to be there. You know, I really think the clues you guys are going to get before you meet this person is that you're going to suddenly start really paying attention to your health and fitness. Again, I just say that because I think this person, again, regardless of what you guys look like or whatever, I'm not saying like you need to look a certain way or you need to have this kind of body, but I just feel like this person is going to be very health oriented. And, you know, eating healthy doesn't just have to do with like physical health. It has to do with a lot of emotional, mental health. You know, when we are eating like really bad junk food that is not affecting our body, right? It affects our brain and all other parts. And so I feel like this person is just going to be very pure in what they consume. Maybe they eat only organic and grass-fed beef and, you know, or maybe they're on a vegan diet or something, or they've cut out all fluoride and all tap water. Like, I feel like this person is just very pure in what they consume. And they're probably going to want a partner who has a certain level of that themselves. Again, I'm not talking about you have to look a certain way physically or anything like that. Obviously, you can be healthy at whatever size. But I just think that this person is very careful kind of about how they live their life. You know what I mean? And so they are going to want a partner who has the same, I guess. Like, they're looking for someone probably who, you know, maybe also knows how to cook like really organic, kick-ass like pancakes that are like healthy and perfect and taste good. So again, it's not like about calories, but I just feel like this person, there's like a purity to them. There's a purity to what they consume. And I feel like if you guys start, like, I know for me, when I had Neptune in my first house, which was there recently, but I would like just kind of eat whatever and it didn't bother me. And as soon as Neptune exited and then Saturn came in, so it was a double whammy. And as soon as Saturn came in, it was like I just could not drink a lot of wine and eat a lot of cheese and, you know, like have like as much processed meat. Like I couldn't have like the charcuterie platters I used to make. I suddenly was just really obsessed with like eating super clean or whatever. And obviously that's my journey and everyone to each their own. But I just feel like this person is going to, I guess, want someone who's like careful or just who's on that journey in spirituality that also includes food and also includes just all aspects of lifestyle, I guess. Like, that's just one aspect of lifestyle, but really it's about the whole thing. It's about going to bed on time and getting in a workout and feeling good and experiencing life in a really positive way that feels good for everything, if that makes sense. And so if you guys have had an indication where suddenly you're like, damn, I really want to wake up early and exercise, and that I never usually do that, but suddenly I really want to, or, you know, I really think I'm going to reorganize this room, or I really got into this hobby and I don't know, like I just keep getting pulled to it. Like those kinds of lifestyle changes where you're kind of like leveling up, those are all going to take you farther on this journey. I feel like those will be your indicator before you meet this person that you guys are really close. Because I think by the time you get to this person, by the time you're at the end of the road, you guys are going to be very simpatico with your lifestyles. You guys are probably going to be that couple that kind of like works out together or makes smoothies in the morning together, or, you know, eats together at like, or goes on a vacation to a really nice Airbnb in the cabin in the woods together and meditates or something. You know what I mean? And I never usually would be that specific about food and stuff because obviously I know all different people have different sizes and you can be beautiful at any size. So I'm not trying to like trigger anyone. I know food can sometimes be a trigger, but I just feel that, this person has such a specific vibe and they are so leveled up that for them, they're looking for someone who has a simpatico lifestyle, like a very similar type of energy. So yeah, I could totally see you guys going on like a yoga retreat together or going to, you know, like again, it's like very spiritual stuff. Like I'm seeing, you know how you'll hear about like those tech executives or something, and they're always doing those kinds of retreats, or they're shopping at like really expensive health food stores like Erewhon. Like I feel like that's the kind of energy. Like, but this person is not a jerk like some of the creepy tech overlords. I feel like this person is really nice, but they've got their life very much on point, you know? And I just think they want that from a partner. So I just say that so that if you guys start noticing that suddenly you're paying a lot of attention to your health, or you're starting to eat new vitamins, or you're, waking up every morning to work out, or starting yoga, or whatever it is, I feel like that will be your indication that this person is going to be coming in not that far away. So yeah. And again, with the children, I really think this person does want children. So I could see you guys having a few children. And if that's something you want, I definitely think that would be something this person really wants as well. So let me pull one more card for you guys. Can we get one more message for pile 1? What is their person going to be like? What is their person going to be like? The Divine Feminine. What is their person going to be like? Oh, we got yin and yang again, and sexual freedom. Can I get one more card? Connection. I feel like I think that's why we got Divine Feminine this time, is because Spirit wants you to know that, again, there's this level up aspect where it's almost like you can almost trigger this connection to come in faster by leveling yourself up. Like if you're like, well, I need to meet this person like now, ASAP, then maybe, really start going to the gym, or really start. And again, I'm not trying to make things about size. You can be healthy at whatever size, but, just cutting out GMOs and only eating organic, and, go ahead and eat that organic meal that is high in calories and full of like peanut butter or whatever. So I'm not saying you have to cut out calories at all, but I do think that you're going to want to like level up all your energy, you know what I mean? And just have a lifestyle that's really healthy in every way, not just doing spirituality, but like stopping off at McDonald's, like I said, eat a lot of calories and eat a big old protein peanut butter smoothie with like extra raw cacao and full of bananas and whatever. But it's just about having like a level of health. And I feel like you guys are going to want to level yourselves up before you meet this person. And by the time you do, you guys are going to be in very much the Divine Feminine. And a lot of you might already be, I keep getting this health thing, maybe very healthy, or very like picky about kind of what you consume in every way. Or maybe you guys are very into spirituality and you guys have been working on yourselves for a long time. I just feel like whenever you meet this person, you're going to be in this energy. You're going to be super high vibrating, super pure, and super advanced. So if you guys are already at that place, I do think this person will be coming in soon. And if you guys are kind of at the beginning of that journey, know that shift is going to happen a little bit before you meet them. Again, you guys, this is where I say you're going to be in your Divine Feminine and they're going to be in their Divine Masculine. So you guys are really going to embody yin and yang and this beautiful spirituality that comes through with this connection. And it's so beautiful. You guys are going to be so supportive to each other in the most like ancient kind of way of that yin yang, masculine, feminine, that is so beautiful when it happens right. So I feel like for all the support, and this person, the word I would describe them is supportive. They are going to really bring so much like concrete stuff to your life, like the money, the protection, all those things. And you're going to bring more of that emotional centeredness and that emotional sweetness that they will also love. So I just think you guys are both going to be so leveled up, so high vibrating. Everyone is probably going to be looking at you guys as a couple like, oh my God. When you see like just a really beautiful couple together and you're just like, damn, like that couple is just the perfect like Barbie and Ken or something. Like I feel like that's going to be kind of how people perceive you, as both as both like just attractive and have a lot going on, and like how do they have such a great life? Like how are they like vacationing there and going here, and that house looks so beautiful, and she's so sweet, and he's so nice, and everyone is going to be looking at you guys like, whoa. So it's definitely going to be worth the wait. Sometimes it's hard when we're going through this waiting period because you see other people coupling up and like, oh, she got engaged and he got married, and now here I am and I've been single for 5 years. Well, that's okay, because at the end, you're going to be the one that everyone is like, whoa, oh my God, I can't believe that is a dream relationship, And also, this person, it keeps coming up, but this person is going to be very sexually on point, very much sexually a very powerful person. I'm trying to look at the sex tarot cards again to see if there's anything I missed. But yeah, this person is sexually got a lot going on. I also feel like this person physically, some of them, not all, but some of them might have like brown hair or darker hair. So again, I just think, I keep getting such gendered terms, which I usually try to keep it kind of gender neutral, but I feel like this person is muscular and has a kind of masculine vibe to them. I do think this person works out in the gym, keeps their body on point. I think they're very careful about what they eat, like their macros or maybe like that. I feel like this person, yeah, they are definitely that kind of person who has it all. And I definitely think they have kind of nice hair that you might like, enjoy running your fingers through, but it's kind of, for a lot of you guys, I'm getting that it might be a little bit darker. So let me spin the astro dice for you guys. Can we get some signs for pile 1? So we got the 9th house. We got Virgo. Oh my God. And we got the nodes. So yeah. The nodes always comes up when there's an aspect of destiny. That's what the nodes rule over. And so I really think this is your destiny. This is going to fit so many other things in your place in life. What am I saying? Fit so many other things in your life into place when you meet this person. Like, you're going to suddenly be able to plan for so much more in the future, because this person is going to really open so many doors for you. I really think, again, they're going to be very financially successful and very financially supportive of you. So maybe it would be something where, like, when you meet them, they're like, hey, I love that idea you have. Would you want to start that as a business? And then you start it, and next thing you know, it blows up. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's going to be some aspect of your destiny that really opens up when you guys get together. I also feel like, again, for many of you, that will involve kids. Maybe you're going to bring in a very important child into this life, like a starseed child or something, because when you have super high vibrational parents like this, like both of you being high vibrational, it's like the sky is the limit for the kid, and the child can accomplish so much more, because most of us, when we have parents, we're dealing with their traumas, their issues, their BS that they never figured out, and we have to kind of make up for it. But when you have two parents that are super ascended and they have really advanced and they are just on point, like, it's like the kid can just soar, And so I feel like maybe some of you guys, your destiny, I mean, that is an important destiny, is maybe to carry in this child that would like set the world on fire in a positive way. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like there is a destiny aspect to this relationship that is so beautiful. Then we got Virgo, which I did mention Virgo earlier. I'm getting a big earth sign energy, and this person, Virgo, also has to do with bodily perfection or spiritual protection, or not spiritual, physical perfection and purity. Like, it's funny because Pisces and Virgo are on the same axis. A lot of people understand Pisces a little bit, but not as many understand Virgo. So Pisces has to do with spiritual purity, and that's why Pisces don't like low vibrational people, and they're very, they're known as kind of the spiritual masters of the zodiac. But the thing is Virgo is the other side of that coin. It's just with physical. So that's why Virgos don't like physical messes very much. They don't like things to be unclean. And a lot of that relates to their bodies. A lot of Virgos need to, make sure that everything in their that they're putting in their body will make them feel good. It also relates to the 6th house, which has to do with health and the body. So again, I keep getting this health body thing, where both of you guys are going to be very careful about what you do with your bodies or what you put into your bodies, and you're both probably going to be into fitness or into, just overall health. So if you guys have had an interest in that lately, that's definitely your cue that you are getting down close on that path to meeting this person. So if that's happened, that's exciting, and you'll know, that'll be your sign for, okay, he's getting close. So I think that's all I have. Spirit, is there anything else you want me to tell them? They just want me to let you know that this person is so excited to meet you. They are also waiting for you. They have been trying to manifest you. They're kind of playing the waiting game too, wondering when they're going to meet you. But you guys are both going off this deep understanding that that you guys are kind of waiting for each other. Like, you can feel it. So both of you guys aren't going to be off dating randos and wasting your time, because you kind of know, like, oh, I just have to hold on. But this person wants you to know that they're so excited to meet you. I'm hearing I can't wait to have you, which is very sweet. So they are very much looking forward to being with you. Can't wait. Is there anything else you want them to know? They want you to not worry and don't stress about the things in your life, because when they come into your life, they're going to help you with a lot of that stuff. And they know you guys some of you have been going through a lot, and they want you to know that they are going to come in to help solve it. I'm hearing that line from a song, like that old rap song. I can't remember. I think it's Beastie Boys, but they said got a problem, I'll solve it. And I feel like that's what this person wants you to know. Like, they are going to solve your problems. They're going to help you with a lot of things in your life, and they are excited to. It won't be like a chore for them. Again, this is very ascended masculine energy, so I love it. So I think that's all I have, though. I am so excited for you guys. This is such a beautiful connection. I could almost cry because it's just so beautiful, and I think you guys have this beautiful destiny together, and I can't wait to see what it is. So please let me know if it resonated, guys. Thanks for letting me tune into this beautiful spiritual energy. I really loved this reading. I can only imagine it's way downhill from here, and other readings will probably be horrible because this was so good. It'll have to be balanced out, but this was just beautiful, and I really loved it. So please let me know if it resonated, guys. Let me know in the comments, and if you have any reading requests or ideas, let me know as well. So I will see you guys in the next reading. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications. I post every few days, so if you want to see more notifications. Hopefully my cuts will be healed soon, but I will see you in the next reading, guys. Sending so much love and light. Bye. Hey pal too. So if you guys picked this beautiful silver fish, this is going to be your reading. I really love the details on this. My favorite part is that little orange thing kind of underneath, or on the side, I guess, right underneath the skin. Kind of looks like a real fish, I don't know, like bone or something, sometimes there's those weird little details, but they did a really good job. They put on a lot of specific details on this, so I just really love these so much. I also wanted to mention up front that I did burn my hands pretty badly a few days ago, so I do have some still healing 2nd degree burns on the underside of my hand. I only mention that because I know some people are very sensitive to seeing any kind of injury or blood or whatever. So I waited a few days to film, and it's mostly healed. But just so you know, to maybe look away and don't watch this one, or just listen to it. Or if it doesn't bother you, then just so you're not worried and what is going on, I'll show you guys. I'm going to give you 3 seconds. So I'll count down so you can exit out if you don't want to see it. So 3, 2, 1. So like I said, it's not that bad, but if you guys see these little burns, then you just know what it is. It's mostly healed now, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up because some people are very sensitive. So with that being said, your guys' reading is a doozy. Let's get right into it. You guys got the Devil reversed. First card, the Hanged Man, the 9 of Swords. anyone who knows tarot, I mean, you know, I don't know what to say. We got the Six of Swords, the King of Swords reversed, the Fool, the Knight, King of Wands reversed, the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Two of Swords reversed, the Queen of Wands reversed, the Hierophant. We got the Three of Swords reversed, and finally the High Priestess. So if you guys know tarot, you might already know that a lot of these cards are pretty negative. I really actually wasn't honestly sure how to do some of this reading because some of the cards are so negative and I was really baffled. So I pulled some more cards and we are going to get into it and see what this has to say. Because I do feel like for some of you guys, there might be a warning in this, and for others of you, maybe this talks about some other things. So I feel like, first of all, this person is going to be very sexually attractive. They are going to be very sexually on point, but probably very sexually alluring. They might have a bit of a public reputation of like, oh my God, like I can't believe she's with him. He's so hot, or something like that. Like there is a public aspect of people observing this, and people kind of seeing that you guys are together. So I feel like maybe this would almost fit in or make you guys look really good in your community or something. Or maybe this person is known, like maybe they are a little bit of a celebrity in some way. Maybe they are an Instagram model or an actor or a musician, but I feel like people would know you guys being together somehow. So it could just be within your community or on a larger scale. But there is this aspect of public recognition or people watching you guys being together. So I feel like, again, this person's very sexually alluring and also probably financially a little bit alluring, or willing to kind of pay for you or give you gifts or something like that. You might feel a little bit like your lifestyle is being leveled up when you meet them. So that's really exciting. I do feel like this person is probably a very vibrant personality, like full of energy, probably always has a lot going on in their life, and like kind of fiery, emotional. Like they probably always have a little quip to make or like a joke. They might be very sarcastic, kind of have like a biting sense of humor. Maybe you like that. Maybe you like someone that's kind of, you know, always got something to say, always got like a smart comment. Maybe they have someone would say, like a teacher would say, like, you have a smart mouth. But maybe you like that. Maybe you like that they are kind of like a little bit of a jokester and they can kind of jab at people, but it's kind of, you know, maybe that's something that you find attractive. I tend to get annoyed with anyone who's like passive aggressive or something, but I feel like maybe you are kind of like, you kind of don't mind it. Like maybe it's a little edgy and exciting, you know? So other cards we got are By the Book, Exchanging Gifts, Observer, and Regeneration reversed. And we also got Heal the Ouch and Sad Embrace and Come Together and Sacred Pool. So I feel like this person, first of all, what wants to come through is that they are this is someone that probably needs a lot of healing. I feel like this person honestly has a lot of issues and they are working through a lot of them, and maybe the relationship with you will help them heal a lot. I do feel like there's this risk for you guys to be a little bit overly drained by this, because I do think this person has a lot of healing work to do, but I also feel like they might bristle when you try to kind of push them in the right direction a little bit. I feel like there's some aspect that wants to come through about you guys being in this relationship that really it's kind of like you're supposed to be with them, or maybe people expect you guys to end up together or something, and they want, you know, you to know that if you're in a relationship just because that's what people expect to you, or you think it might look good to others or whatever, then that is not the relationship to be in. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I really hate doing this because I really wanted this to be a really uplifting and fun pile, and honestly the last thing I was expecting was to get any negativity at all. But I have to, be honest, and I already asked the Pentacle several times, or excuse me, the Pendulum several times to get confirmation. And so they told me that for a lot of you, this is a warning. Maybe some of you guys are in a relationship with someone that might lead to marriage, or you're engaged, or you're in a marriage, whatever resonates. But I feel like they want you to get away from this person, to be honest. What I'm getting is that this person can be very negative and very destructive to you. And if you're losing sleep, or you're in a relationship where you're kind of questioning the person, or if any of this resonates, because frankly, I am totally baffled and shocked that this would come through in a future spouse reading. They want you to like get out of this relationship because it's just not good for you. And they're really like screaming at me. I'm trying to kind of go through the reading and be very gentle, but they keep screaming in my ear, literally screaming. And so I have to say what I'm hearing, which is they just keep screaming, get out, to me. Like, it's actually really intense. At first, I wasn't sure if I should pull more cards, reshuffle the deck, tune into a different energy, but I asked the Pendulum, and apparently for some of you, this is a warning. So if none of this resonates, you might have picked the wrong pile, in which case I would suggest going back and repicking. If you're like, this doesn't describe me at all, anything I'm in, sometimes we just pick the wrong pile. Sometimes even piles aren't for us. Like, I always say, if you really want a strong message from your spirit guides, tell them like, hey, get to the front of the line next time and really get my message through. But this might be someone else's spirit guide that just really needs to send a message. Or maybe this is something you guys should be careful for in the future. But for some of you, this is a very strong warning from spirit, and they're kind of coming in to interrupt the reading. If you guys are engaged or with someone who makes you feel like, I feel like this energy is, this person is making you doubt that yourselves. Like, I feel like this person is making you question yourself or question your self-worth. Like, I could see you guys staying up late at night and being like, oh my God, like maybe what I said was really stupid, or, they're kind of right. I guess it was really dumb what I said to her. I didn't mean to be awkward, but I'm so awkward. You know what I mean? If anyone is making you feel that way, that is not a sacred connection from the light. That is from the dark. And know that there is someone who might be in your life who's like projecting a lot of negativity on you, and who is really putting a lot of trauma on you. For some of you, this might be the past, like how you grew up, and this is something you're coming out of to be in the relationship. But I did ask specifically about future partner. So again, take it as it resonates. But I just feel like for many of you, this is a warning of something to be aware of. If you guys know you have a pattern in relationships where you have tolerated bad behavior, or you've been with people that made you feel badly about yourselves, then this message is for you. That they want you to start working on leveling yourself up and healing yourself. Maybe even going to therapy, or just watching online videos about how to heal childhood trauma, how to pick better partners, or whatever your issue is. Because it's like, I feel like you tolerate this bad behavior, and you guys deserve so much better. You know what I mean? You guys deserve someone who makes you feel good about yourself, not who makes you question yourself. And it's not going to go well. Like, this person is not going to heal themselves. They are not going to change. They're not going to suddenly get better. They are actually, I think, looking for a partner to tolerate it. They kind of like driving people crazy. They kind of like watching someone squirm. So they are never going to suddenly reach a point where they're like treat you right, because that's not what they want in a relationship. I will say, I think you guys are learning a lot from this relationship. We got education and we got into the unknown. So I feel like you guys, in a way, some of you have entered this or will enter this, almost like wanting to see the best in the person, which is a positive trait. It's one thing to see the best in your friend when, like, they said a comment that's a little bit stupid, and instead of you kind of roasting them, you're like, yeah, no, I know what you're saying. You know what I mean? And you try to see the best genuinely. But that's different from putting on blinders and someone does something really awful and you make an excuse for it. And so I just want you guys to maybe take off those blinders a little bit. Like, it's almost like you don't want to see what's going on. You don't want to admit that this person is destructive. And maybe for some of you, this isn't even romantic. I don't know. I'm so surprised that this has come through so strongly. And if I didn't have someone's guides literally, and I mean literally, screaming in my ear, I mean, I would reshuffle the deck and ask for more info, but I felt like this was an important message to send. And I'm sorry for those of you who wanted like a fun love reading. I do a lot of those, so maybe watch some of my other videos. And I'll try to do more future partner readings so we can maybe pick up on a little different, more positive energy. But I had to give this because I felt so strongly called to it. I just think that this relationship is going to cause you guys a lot of pain if you stay in it. I mean, this is someone that I feel like has anger issues and is kind of mean, like is just kind of cruel with their words. Like, they probably can be really cutting and make nasty comments when they like get upset. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be like, well, let me just calm down. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm just not even gonna. Okay, let me take a moment to process. They automatically are going to be like, oh, well, and you think you're smart? Oh, really? You didn't even graduate college. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Like, they really take it down to the nasty level pretty quick. And this person has a lot of stuff to work on. And I feel like you try to see the best in them. You want to see the best. But again, I keep getting that. You guys are putting on blinders by doing that. So other cards we got are Indecision reversed. We got Goddess of the Moon, Walking Away, and Angel of Love reversed. So I feel like what they want you to know is there's not a lot of love in this relationship. I feel like this person might be a narcissist or someone who is faking their affections for you, like faking their feelings, and it's not even anything against you. I really don't know if this person is capable of love. I feel like they have a very predatory energy, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if they were just looking for like anyone, you know what I mean? Kind of like I'm seeing like a fish hook, like when you're fishing and you put the worm on the hook and it's just like floating in the water waiting for a fish to come up and bite, and that fish happened to be you, and they're like, okay, sure, yeah, they're attractive enough and whatever, but you know what I mean? Their feelings aren't there. They are not. This camera keeps vibrating. Sorry, guys. But I don't even know if they are capable of feeling a lot of deep love and affection, because I feel like this person is just really, really selfish. I feel like the end result of it is going to be you walking away, and I'd rather have you guys do it early rather than later. I also feel like, again, there's this aspect of maybe pressure, like maybe you guys set a wedding, or you have been feeling like you really want to be in a relationship and you're kind of like paying attention to what everyone else thinks. And I feel like that is going to lead to a lot of that suffering, because there's this aspect of other people kind of looking in and you feeling like, oh, I gotta make this work, or I gotta make this happen. And you feeling like public pressure of, you know, everyone else's opinions. And I feel like that's a major factor in you kind of heading down this path. And I just want you to block it out and like pay attention to your heart. Actually, you guys are very psychic. We got Goddess of the Moon and High Priestess. So you guys are very psychic. And also one thing that's interesting is there is going to be major High Priestess and psychic growth that happens from this relationship. I feel like when you guys get out of this relationship, and again, maybe some of you, this is someone in your past. I really am so surprised this is coming up in this reading. So I don't know, take it as it resonates. But anyway, you guys are going to grow so much from this relationship, and you guys are going to become so psychic. We got Healing Chaos, Embracing, Miracles, and Opportunity. So there is a lot of growth that can happen from this relationship. And honestly, for some of you, maybe this person can even grow if they are willing to work on themselves. And maybe this could have a rough start, but it ends in you guys growing together or healing. I'm not sure. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is just going to be something that is like a painful process, you know? And I do feel like there's going to be many times when you're wanting to walk away, or you're not feeling valued, or you're feeling like this person doesn't respect me, and it's just going to be a lot of pain, you know. And I'd much rather have like a really positive thing where you're feeling beautiful, you're feeling loved, you're feeling respected, you know, and it's not you questioning yourself or you feeling like, God, I'm such an idiot, or well, they are so mean to me, or like, God, they never appreciate me. You know what I mean? And so if any of you guys are in relationships like that, I do think Spirit wants you to know that you guys deserve better, and better is out there. And while it's important to heal and we want to give our light to others to a certain extent, we don't want to just give to someone who is predatory or a taker or who's never going to appreciate us. Trust me, unless someone chooses to heal themselves and to ascend, none of us can make that choice for them. So there's no point in wasting your time if someone isn't willing or wanting to really improve themselves. So other cards we got are the Wheel. We got the Five of Pentacles reversed, the Four of Pentacles. We got the Hierophant reversed, Death. We got the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So I do think that this person is going to be very good in bed. I think this person really has a lot of sexual desire for you, and they might be very like seductive. Like they might have a very sexy vibe to them, you know, they might be very attractive. I also feel like for some of you, this might be like an older man. I keep getting that, like maybe they are, you know, 10, 15, 20 years older than you or something. And they know what to do in bed or something. I also feel like for some of you, there might be an aspect of finances or giving you money or giving you really expensive gifts, almost like a sugar baby, sugar daddy type thing. I really don't know, but I just keep getting that. So if that fits, I feel like they want you to maybe end this if that is resonating super strong. Because I just don't think this person is trying to help you. And I feel like this relationship, if it is with like an older man, it's going to be more of a hindrance to your growth. And you're going to grow. We grow from all the negative experiences, and super strongly. But for me, I wouldn't want to go through this whole realm of like trauma, because I'm getting trauma and stuff. And I just feel like it's like there's other ways to grow that could be a lot more positive and a lot more pleasant for you guys. And I really just don't like this person's intentions. Just speaking personally as a young woman, you know, it pisses me off when I see someone using someone or not respecting them or treating them really badly, taking them for granted. It's a little bit upsetting. And so I just want you guys to maybe think about, if this person is treating you badly or making you doubt yourselves or question yourselves, just think about kind of exiting a little bit. So we got chair filled, someone new is entering your life. Funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Boot, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. We got a lot of these cards. They all kind of came out. Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Bull, do not back down from opportunities. Show strength and fortitude. Younger man, dealings or relationships with a younger man. Pineapple, reconciliation. Dog, close up, pleasure with a close friend. Purse, pay attention to your finances. We got so many of these cards. I don't even want to read them all, but let me talk about a lot of these. So I feel like, for some of you guys, it might actually be a younger guy. I feel like there are two types of people coming into this reading. One would be like a younger, really sexy guy who is very like sexually magnetic, you know what I mean? Like very seductive to people, maybe has a lot of muscles, maybe has a really big, you know, genitalia situation going on. And for others, it might be an older guy who maybe his looks aren't as amazing, you know, but he has a lot of money and he's willing to spend it. And again, it's like a sugar baby, sugar daddy type situation. I feel like a lot of these guys, like the older guys, especially in this, might be very traditionally masculine. Like maybe if in your culture, like they wear, a button-down suit or something, or they wear just like, like how dads dress. At least on the USA, a lot of dads wear like, I don't know, jeans with like a tucked in button down or a tucked in like polo shirt and I don't know, like gray hair and that kind of a thing. Like I feel like they are not dressing, in like very avant-garde like Louis Vuitton. You know how like Louis Vuitton, Virgil Abloh for Louis Vuitton, where like the guys will have earrings or be trying really cool hair colors like green hair. Like that's not how this person is. You know what I mean? They're much more concerned with like masculinity or whatever. And again, if you are a guy asking about a girl, I do feel like there are definitely this pile in particular. I'm getting that it could apply to men or women. So just take like the female equivalent, I guess. Most of my viewers are female, so it's mostly for what comes in, it's mostly the masculine in these readings. But of course, in this pile in particular, I'm feeling like there will be guys who pick it and just flip that around, or just apply it. So, they would dress in like an older feminine type of way, kind of a thing. So I feel like there is going to be this aspect of like finances or like things that they kind of offer you to keep you involved. Maybe sometimes you'd be like sick of it and you'd be like, I'm about to leave. And then I feel like they would offer you some like a gift, like a really nice gift. Like, but I bought you this diamond necklace, or, but I paid for this, or, but I bought a vacation, or even, but I'm paying for your car and I'll take your car back if you leave. So there's like this coercive aspect. And then for others, I feel like it could be the sex. So again, I feel like it's interesting. This pile is kind of divided into between like these younger men or these younger women and the older woman or older man, where I feel like it could be a situation where it's like you try to break up, but they had the best sex and they kind of somehow seduce you. And it's like, you have the most incredible sex of your life and this person is so attractive, and next thing you know, you're kind of sucked back in. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of drama in this relationship, a lot of kind of turmoil and a lot of drama. I really wish they would stop screaming in my ear because it's kind of distracting for the reading. But Spirit, just tell me what you want me to say. I feel like what they're saying is not for you, which chair filled makes me think that they have someone else in mind for you, and it's like if you left this relationship, I feel like sometimes there are fears that come up in relationships where you tolerate stuff because you're like, well, I could never have that. Or like, well, I'm not going to get a guy like this, or I'm not going to get a girl like that. She would never date me. So you tolerate the bad behavior, even if you know it's dysfunctional or not right, or you deserve better. You're like, but how am I going to meet someone or whatever? And you just tolerate it, And I feel like if you guys were to demand more, you guys would get more. I feel like you guys have a better soulmate that wants to come in, that frankly I wish we had tapped into that from the jump, because this reading is not a lot of fun to do, but I feel like this new person is just so much better, and it's almost like there's a fear I'm picking up on your end. I feel like many of you guys have fear or issues with your self-worth, where you don't really value yourself, or you don't think you could get that guy who has it all, like the guy who's like in really good shape and really cute and really smart and really fun. Like you would be like, someone like that would never be with me. But those people do exist, and of course they could be with you. Especially, we all have to work on leveling up our energy, getting our energy to a really high vibrating place. And if you can do that, like you really can have your pick of a lot of people, because they will be drawn to your energy. So I feel like maybe you guys need to unpack why you guys believe that, why you guys would tolerate some of this behavior. Maybe it's childhood stuff. Maybe you grew up in a family where there was that kind of joking that was like that rough kind of mean style, or where your dad would say cutting things, and to you that's kind of normal and you just think it's just how it goes, And I feel like what you guys need to realize is that you deserve way more and way better than this. And And yeah, like, you don't need to settle for this. I also feel like this person, so we also got lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. And I feel like this person might have anger issues, you know? So I want you guys to be careful with them, because I do think that they have some anger issues that could come up. And it's a problem. We also got clubs. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. And lightning was the control your anger or you will be sorry. So they want you to know that this person, I do feel like they are kind of controlling. They might have anger issues. I feel like when they get mad, things can get really volatile really fast. And I'm kind of concerned by some of the, again, screaming in my ear that I've gotten, and I'm literally feeling for the first time, my ears are now ringing. Like my ears are hurting, literally, like as if someone was, I don't know, ramming something into them. It feels really strange. I think they want me to warn some of you that this person really could be dangerous. And this is only going to apply to a very small amount, I think, not everyone. So don't take it, you know, if it doesn't resonate, don't take it on, or know that maybe sometimes I picked the wrong pile and maybe I'm really stressed out and I'll be trying to do a pile watching of someone else's video. And then I totally picked the wrong pile and I'm like, what is this reading? It doesn't resonate at all. And I'll go back like a day later when I'm calm and when whatever stress has passed, or maybe I got a good night's sleep or whatever, and I'm like, I picked the right pile, and it's like, oh my God, it resonates 100%. So if it doesn't resonate, I don't want to freak you guys out. Don't take it on. Only take what resonates, and not all readings are exactly for you. So ask your guides to be very vocal next time and really come through. But for those of you who this has resonated, I want you guys to be very careful with this person. I'm really honestly getting that some of these people could be violent, and actually like really violent. Like I'm even seeing like scenes from like Dateline or something. Like I feel like this person is really crazy, and some of them might even be like a murderer or an abuser or something. Like I just really don't like this energy. This person's very, I just really don't like them. And I do think your guides really want you to be warned, because and now my ears feel perfectly fine. After I got that warning out, my ears feel totally fine. And that was the only time they've hurt this whole day. So, yeah, they really want you to be careful for some of you. So, I do want you to know that there is an aspect of angels around you and protection. We got staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. So I want you guys to know that you guys have angels around you, and you can call on them or ask them for help if you guys are really in a tricky situation. Or if you're like, you know what, I'm stuck and I don't have the money to leave, or I don't blah, 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 or I can't, you know, ask them to help you, ask them to come through. But for those of you who have an option, I would like for you to consider maybe moving out of this situation and maybe finding a new, you know, just a new life for yourself. Because I do think that, oh, we got the death card reversed. So I do think that you might be clinging on to this and trying to prevent it from ending, or hoping it's going to lead to marriage. I think they want you to kind of act on this sooner rather than later. For some of you, I feel like this is urgent. I feel like this person is very destabilizing to you and to your sense of self, and they really make you question and doubt yourself and really not feel good about yourself. And I just think Spirit is coming through so urgently and really wants you to kind of get out of this situation and just leave it behind, you know. I don't think that this situation is necessarily really good for you to be in. To say the least. In fact, it could be pretty dangerous for you guys to stay in it, for some of you. So I really want you guys to work on feeling better about yourselves, kind of supporting yourself, and working to move out of this. If you guys are in this, if you guys haven't been in this yet, I feel like this is something for sure to be aware of or to move out of. Because if this is somehow resonating as truthful to you, but you guys haven't met this person, aren't in this relationship, then maybe some relationship like this will come into your life, and it's something you need to be aware of. We got sexuality, the distorted masculine, the garden, and the rainbow reviver. So the rainbow reviver really talks about the need to like get in touch with yourself, kind of like rejuvenate, feel better about yourself, like get in touch with yourself, maybe meditate, maybe go out into nature and, you know, ground yourself. But there is some aspect where I feel like this relationship is going to be taking away your sense of self, and they want you to be doing that. They want you to be really checking in and really honoring yourself, because that's going to be really important when you're dealing with all of this. The sexuality, this relationship is very sexually overwhelming. I feel like this person could be very sexually dominant in a way that to me would be way too much. I would not feel it. I mean, I'm a Venus in Aries, so I don't like people trying to dominate over me. It's like I'm the dominant one. Just kidding. But it's a little like, I don't know. I feel like this person uses sexuality a little bit in a negative way, not in a genuine connecting way. So I would be, you know, like, but the sex is going to be good. So maybe if you guys, I'm trying to put a positive spin on it. Maybe if you guys really are okay with all this stuff, the sex will be really good. Distorted masculine, I mean, that's 100% what this person is. I feel this person, most of them are men, and they are in a very distorted masculine state. This might also be a female, but she's in a distorted masculine energy as well, because she's very conniving and being dishonest and kind of lying, and it's just a big problem. I think there also might be an aspect of social media in this relationship, which is what the garden talks about. One of the things that talks about, which is maybe this person, like, again, you guys are posting photos on Instagram or something. And this is what I kept mentioning about, there's a public component to this that I think maybe will keep you guys together. Maybe it's like you would have gotten a divorce, but everyone sees you on Instagram as the perfect couple or something. And it's something that you really, like, you'd be so embarrassed to get a divorce, or you'd be so embarrassed to lose this image of like the gorgeous, cute couple. Or maybe they just watch your social media, but this is someone that is I think they're very controlling of you. I think they very much are kind of obsessed with you, but in a like nasty way, not in like a sexy, like, oh, I'm obsessed with my boyfriend, I love him, like, but like in a like, I'm obsessed with this, like, and it's a little much. It's a lot much, and it does concern me, because I think that Spirit just keeps, Spirit, can you tell me something else about this relationship? So I'm getting, he is lying to you. Can you guys clarify, like, what are they lying about? They said their feelings. They said they present this image of what, it's almost like everything they tell you is a lie. Where like they'll tell you like I feel like some of these people might spin a sob story almost. Like they'd be like, oh, my mom was so mean to me. Or they would tell you like these elaborate stories. Or the opposite, like, oh, my family's amazing. My mom baked fresh muffins every morning, you know, I had the perfect life. And it's all a lie. Like, it's all a lie. This person is a huge liar in general. So I feel like they would almost lie about anything, you know. It's just something that they do. They'll just say whatever they want to say that they believe will get them ahead. So if they have to kind of play the victim, they'll do that. If they have to act like, oh, I have everything figured out, then they'll do that. But it's very much something that you should be aware of. This person is not being honest. This isn't an honest connection. Let me get some astro dice for pile 2. So we got Gemini, we got the 8th house, and we got Neptune. So that's interesting. So Gemini is a good communicator, really. And I do think this person is a smoothie with their words. I said before, they're like a master with their words, with the cuts and the digs, and like being able to, like, again, I feel like they would know exactly what to say. You know what I mean? Like, where if you didn't do well in school, you might do something stupid. Like, again, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I burned the pot roast. And they'd be like, well, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, you didn't even do well in math. You got C's every time. What kind of an idiot? You know what I mean? And you'd be like, oh my God, that's kind of a savage response. Like, I burned the pot roast. I'm sorry, but do we really have to talk about my geometry scores, like, but it hurts you. You know what I mean? It really lands. It's upsetting. And it might not be that. It might be the opposite. It might be like, you did the math wrong and they're like, and you can't even cook either. Oh my God. Wow. Why did I marry this? What a loser. And then you're like, that was really mean. And they're like, I was joking. It was a joke. Oh my God. Like, come on. You're so sensitive. They're very manipulative. You know what I mean? I'm not even good at thinking of manipulative, passive aggressive stuff because I'm so not passive aggressive that I can't even do it. It's just too blunt, whatever I say. But I just feel like this person's very passive aggressive, very manipulative, they figure out like the right exact dig to say and exactly how to say it, where even someone else might overhear it and just be like, oh, well, maybe that was a little harsh of a joke, but he's joking, he's harmless. You know what I mean? And so they're very good at presenting this public image that will like keep you in, where you might even tell your friends like, he's so mean to me, and they're like, oh my God, you're sensitive. He told me you were sensitive, and you're just, you're really taking it way too seriously. You need to calm down. And you kind of get gaslit into questioning things a little bit is what I'm getting. And so there's this aspect that you guys need to trust your intuition. You guys are very psychic, and Neptune has to do with that. Neptune rules a lot of things. One thing it can rule, it's interesting, it rules delusion, but it also rules psychic abilities. So kind of opposite each other, right? But they can kind of relate a little bit. But I feel like at the first, you're kind of being a little bit delusional. Like you're trying to see the best. You're trying to hope that the best will happen with this person. And so you're kind of not really fully being honest with yourself about what's going on. You're kind of like a little kid who's covering their ears and being like, I can't hear you, or covering their eyes and saying like, I'm invisible. Like you guys don't want to see what this person is doing. Maybe because, again, they might look really good or be giving you money, or there's some aspect where you're like, I need this in my life. This will make my life so much better. But for everything you get from this relationship, you're going to have it taken away. Like you're going to have it so destabilized in your life mentally that it's not worth it. And while this is a growth period for you, I do think it could be dangerous, because I do feel like I'm getting like trauma vibes or abuse vibes, where I feel like this person could really take it to such a level that no one wants to have to sort through additional trauma. Like I'm all for the growth opportunities. I always try to be positive, and when I'm going through a hard time, try to turn it around and say like, thank you for this growth opportunity, because I know that a lot of times that's what they really are. But to me, like deep-seated trauma is a different animal. Like it's like, I don't want to deal with deep-seated trauma. I don't want to have to work through that right now. I mean, I am open for spiritual growth, spiritual opportunities, but miss me with the like, oh my God, now I have to go to therapy for so many years and I am really totally thrown for a loop by this. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't want you guys to have to do that. I would rather have you be able to avoid it. We also got 8th house, which is ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio has to do with sex, really good sex, but also it can have to do with trauma, dysfunction, lying, and all of that. So I do think that the sex is going to be off the chain. So that's a positive, but that's kind of like, again, I feel like this person almost could use sex as a weapon. They're very sexually skilled, and so they might use it to keep you pulled in when you know you should leave, and you're not treating you quite as well as they should, but you feel like, I have to stay in this, I really don't have a choice. And you do have a choice, and I want you to know that you are more powerful than you realize. And if you call on your angels and call on this natural psychic ability that you guys have, you guys will be able to find a way out of it. I don't think I covered that. The aspect, I feel like how this is going to end up is the aspect of Neptune, which is using your intuition, using that part of our brain, spirit, whatever you want to call it, that knows on such a deep intuitive level what is for us and what is not for us. And I think that this is not for you. And I think that when you guys are ready to move on and ready to move past this, you're going to have someone new that wants to come in. I don't think they can come through in this reading right now, because right now your energy is fully blocked by this person, that your guides aren't wanting to talk about anything else. They just want me to focus on this person. But they're also telling me that you have someone else that would come in if you're willing to give this relationship up. And, you know, you don't need to, relationships don't need to be like this, traumatic and dark and full of like, obsessive dark energy. You know, you deserve better, and you deserve someone who's going to honor you and treat you really beautifully and give you, you know, joy and happiness. And that's not a fairy tale. That really can happen. I mean, obviously, it's funny, people will make all kinds of defenses when you are in a bad relationship, and they'll say like, well, love is not a fairy tale, or love is hard work. And maybe that's true, but I mean, you can have a beautiful life. You know what I mean? You can have a beautiful friendship, a beautiful romantic relationship. We don't need to settle for people treating us badly, disrespecting us, causing problems, maybe not contributing to the household, or expecting us to be kind of the slaves. So I just want you guys to recognize your worth, recognize how much you guys bring to the table. And then I feel like you're not going to even think about tolerating this, because this person is a problem, and they really have a lot of growing up to do. And I think that they're only going to hold you back. And I think that once you guys are willing to let go of this, you're going to come into so much happiness. And it's just better to admit it earlier on than later. So, Spirit, do you have anything else to say? No, they're saying that we pretty much covered it. I feel like they feel a lot calmer now that they told me everything. So, yeah, I really hope that resonated, guys. I am sorry that this wasn't more of a positive reading. Lord knows I was not thrilled when I started getting the cards, but anyone who knows tarot will know. I mean, these cards, like, what am I, you know, I have to read them honestly, and these were really negative cards. So I am sorry that Spirit didn't bring through anything more positive. I hope that whoever this message was intended for takes it as the warning it's intended for, because I do feel like for some of you guys, this might be a very serious situation. So if it's resonating very strongly, please take action and please really consider it, because I think it was meant for some specific people, and Spirit wants me to say it. And so I had to give this reading. So if it's resonated for you, please do let me know. And if it hasn't resonated, I really am sorry. I wanted to do more of a positive reading, and I will be doing more future partner, future boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, in the future. So you can ask your guides to tune into that and really get your message in. So yeah, if you guys are watching this and wanting something more positive, check out my other readings. And if it resonated, I really hope it helped, and please let me know. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. I post every few days, so if you want to see more videos, make sure you're subscribed and make sure you have notifications on. I really hope that helped you guys. Please let me know if it did, and I will see you in the next reading. Sending you so much love and light. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye. Hey guys, so if you guys picked this shrimp roll, this is going to be your reading. I love this one. I love the little details and like the two tails. It looks really, really good. I love these kinds of rolls. I just wanted to say up front, I said it in the intro, but for those of you who skipped, I did burn my hands pretty severely the other day picking up a hot plate that I didn't know was hot. So I have like 2nd-degree burns on the underside of my hand. I apologize for those of you who are really sensitive or squeamish to any kind of cuts or blood or anything. So it's not that bad. It's pretty much healed, but I just wanted to let you guys know also, in case you're watching and wondering if I'm okay or whatever. I'm totally fine. So I'm going to show you guys in like three seconds. I'll do a little countdown. So not to worry, but just so you guys know. But now this is your time to tune out if you don't want to see anything like that, and if you want to just listen to this video and listen to the audio and not watch it. So in 3, 2, 1, I will show you. So 3, 2, 1. So just, it's not that bad now. It's pretty much healed, but I just wanted to let you guys know so no one is like freaking out watching it, because I know it can be a lot to see. when you're just trying to watch a card pull. So I pre-pulled your cards. Let's get right into it. Pile 3, you guys got Ace of Pentacles, you got the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, you guys got the Knight of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands reversed, Judgment reversed, the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the Lovers, you got the 3 of Swords reversed, the King of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. So first of all, what's coming through is like this person has a lot of money. That's really something that has come throughout the reading. They are in a really great financial place. I feel like they have a lot of stability, which is really nice. Like, I don't think you guys are going to have to worry about paying the bills. I feel like they are at a point in their life when they have like accumulated a lot. They probably are still having to work. Like, it's not a situation where they're just like collecting cash, but it's like they are very stable in that sense. They have been working, they have earned some money, and now they can kind of enjoy a little bit and provide you with like a nice lifestyle. Something that's coming through really strong already with the energy is that I feel like this person is very calm and very nice. Like I'm not surprised we got the King of Cups, which I believe relates to ENFPs, because it's definitely that kind of like easygoing, kind of creative energy. Like I feel like this person is probably like a bit of a jokester, and like a very calm energy is what I'm getting. Like I feel like this person probably has almost like a routine established, where like on Saturday they always watch the game and they like their little thing of snacks, and you know what I mean? It's like a very chill, relaxed energy. Like I feel like they just kind of want to have like a nice life and they want to share that with you. I also feel like for some of you guys might have been going through a period of heartbreak. Like maybe you guys were very fixated on someone else, or you might be very fixated on someone else now. And so you are maybe like not gonna see this coming. Like maybe this is someone that at first when you met, you wouldn't even expect to date them. Like maybe you have a very rigid type of person that you kind of always are going after. I always say it's so funny. I was talking about this with my friend the other day. Like I have such a defined type. Like literally all the time, like my friends, it's not often that I see my type, but my friends will be like, look over there at that guy, and I'll look over and it's like, oh my God, exactly my type. And I have no idea how. Like all my friends, family members just can predict it to a T. Maybe that's like you. Maybe you always go for the same looking type of person. And I feel like maybe this is someone that is like outside of that. Like maybe this person has blonde hair and you always go for brunettes, or they have pale skin and you always go for dark skinned, or vice versa. You know what I mean? I just feel like maybe this is someone that like, at first you guys would build up this emotion and like comfort with each other, you know what I mean? And it's not to say that you should go for someone you're not sexually attracted to, because I'm not saying this person is unattractive. I don't think that they are, but I just feel like you guys are going to be so comfortable with each other. And it's almost like sometimes maybe you're the type of person that wants to have like this excitement, drama relationship. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what you've had in the past or dealing with now, where like someone was very hot and cold and kind of like you were always guessing. And maybe in a way you liked that because it kept things interesting and exciting. But I feel like with this person, you're just going to feel very safe. You're going to be able to trust them. You are not going to be feeling like, I don't know how they feel. There's not going to be that exciting aspect, but I feel like this is so much healthier. Like you're not going to have to worry with them. They are going to just make you feel so safe and so special. So I pre-pulled some other cards. I don't know what they are. I haven't seen them yet, but we got Loyal Heart, A Leg Up, Why, and Mending. So what's coming through really strong is, that you guys are kind of healing your heart from past heartbreak. So maybe if there's someone like you're in a no contact situation with now, where you are kind of not sure where they stand, it's hot and cold, or you're like, do they like me, blah, 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 and it's like dramatic and it's like tension. I feel like that is not the person you're going to marry. I actually feel like you'll be in the process of healing yourself from that when this new person comes in. And I feel like once they come in, you're suddenly going to understand why all of it happened. I'm actually feeling like you will have karma. We got the judgment card. And I feel like this is almost going to be like your karma judgment of, it's like, you know, karma works both ways. You get good karma and bad karma. And when someone actually screws you over or doesn't treat you right, the funny thing is we get good karma. So I always joke that, like, I mean, it's hard to remember in the moment when someone's treating you badly or being super disrespectful or rude or nasty to you. But I always try to remind myself, like, it's a blessing. Like, thank you for being so rude to me because you just gave me karma. So awesome. And you got some bad karma on your own, by the way. But for me, I got good karma. Like, I was just at a restaurant yesterday and the lady who worked there was so rude to me and my friend for no reason, like no reason. We couldn't have been nicer. And maybe she was having a bad day or maybe she's just a bad person, but she was just really crazily rude. And the thing about that is it's like, thank you so much for being so nasty because you just gave me karma and I can't wait to see how it manifests. I feel like that's what's coming through in this relationship. You guys are going to get good karma from whatever heartbreak BS situation you guys are dealing with right now. And when it comes in, you're going to suddenly understand why it all had to happen that way. And it's like going to be like, oh, this is my reward because this is such a positive relationship. I feel like this relationship is going to be way better than you ever imagined. Like you probably would have not thought that you could be with someone like this. You probably, like, I'm seeing like a beautiful house in like a magazine or something. And maybe you would drive through houses like that or drive through a neighborhood like that and be like, oh, that would be awesome to live there, but this is never going to happen for me. You know what I mean? Like where I came from, I know I could never live there. And it's like this person is going to unlock a lot of those things for you. And maybe you wanted a certain type of wedding, but again, you're like, oh, it's too expensive. I could never do that. And then it's like this person will make a lot of those things a reality for you where suddenly things you thought were off limits are now very much just totally within the realm of possibility, like not even a big deal. Like I feel like if you asked your partner, like, hey, could we rent out this really nice space? Maybe it's like a castle or like, you know, an old mansion or something, and it's like a super expensive place to rent. And you're like, do you think we could rent it out for the wedding? I mean, I totally understand if not. And they're like, yeah, sure. Bill it to me. You know what I mean? Like they are just very understanding with you, very kind to you, and really chill. Like I just keep getting chill vibes from this person. So we got victory. Oh, wow. We got angel of balance reversed. We got the world, magician and the mirror, and we got door to value. So again, they just want to emphasize that this person has a lot of money. They are really, really, really financially well off. And I feel like something that they want you to know is like, this is going to give you a leg up in your life. Like, I feel like if things have been a struggle or things have been hard for you, or you guys have been like in it, you know, like pushing through and it seems like everything is difficult, this person is going to make a lot of things a lot easier for you. I feel like this person just has a very supportive, very stabilizing presence. I just feel very calm tuning into their energy. It just feels like, like everything's okay. Almost like, you know, that person, or if you have a friend where like you could almost do the craziest things, or you could come in and be like, I'm so stressed, blah, blah, blah. And you're like freaking out about something. And they just have like this calming, grounding presence where they're like, what happened? Oh, well, yeah, I can help you with that. Or like, yeah, that's no big deal. They're like, oh, well, listen, let me get you some cookies and it's going to be okay. Tell me about your problems. And it's not that they're dismissing you or that they are being like, get over it, but they are just remind you that everything will be okay. And maybe they even actively take steps to help you. Like, again, it's not just lip service. It's not like they're just like, well, just forget about it. But more that they're like, well, let me help you handle it. Listen, I'll call tomorrow and I can talk to them and try to convince them. And yeah, I think it'll be okay. They were pretty receptive last time. You know what I mean? Like they just have a very capable, competent, and then calm energy. So I'm not surprised they have so much money, because I feel like this is a very like leader type of role, you know? And I feel like for you guys have had struggles and things have been difficult. So it's almost like this is like the universe's way of surprising you. And I do feel like you guys are going to be surprised. I keep getting this aspect of surprise. Like I feel like all along the way, you're going to be surprised maybe that you're into this person, or maybe that they're into you. Maybe you were like, I wouldn't think a guy like that would go for me, you know? Or maybe a girl like that wouldn't go for me. Or you are, you know, surprised when they take you on the date that it's to the really nice restaurant, or you're surprised by the way they look when you pick them up, or you're surprised when they're like, hey, like, why don't you just move into my place if you're having trouble with rent? Or you're surprised that they propose after 6 months and it's a really nice proposal. There's also the aspect of travel. So maybe they propose in like a really beautiful location, like, you know, in one of those beach huts in Fiji, or in front of the Eiffel Tower or whatever. But it's like I feel like, again, there's this aspect of how much their money can really open up things for you and really make your life so much better and bring in new opportunities. I also feel like if you have an ex that was like, it was tumultuous, or you are still attached to them, or you never really knew how you felt with them, there's this aspect that you are going to feel victorious, and you are going to kind of feel vindicated. Like, see, I actually am all that. I know you were on the fence about me, and maybe you didn't think I was that cool, but guess what? This person has a million options and they're really into me. So, isn't that interesting? You know, there's going to be that aspect of you kind of having that little like, I told you so energy, which is, you know, totally within your rights to feel. Like, yeah, definitely. I mean, I know we're all supposed to be so chilled out in the spiritual community, but I totally get into that. Like, excuse me, you treated me badly and then now you have to see me succeed. Haha. You know, I mean, why not? And so I feel like you are going to get that moment. Maybe you'll run into your ex or something and they'll see you like dressed up really nice with like your, you know, cute husband or cute wife. And there's going to be that kind of like, I got you. I told you. That is going to be a little bit of fun for you guys. So we also got peaks of joy, cleaning house, magic stream, and protecting treasure. Wow. So there, yeah, again, there is this money aspect I keep wanting to talk about. And I just feel like this is going to really be so fulfilling for you guys. And it's almost like when this relationship comes in, you're going to totally understand why this other stuff happened. And you're just going to be like, oh my God, like it makes so much sense. And all those feelings that you were having, that you were like, why can't I just get over this? Why do I still think about this person? Are just going to be vanished out of your life, like just cleared out. No, you know, no issues where you're still staying up late thinking about the person, wanting to contact them. That's just going to be gone. And you're almost going to be like, I can't believe I used to think about them so much, because it's just going to be such a contrast with your new life, which I think is so going to be so amazing and so fulfilling, and a lot happier. Like, again, this person just has such a calm, content type of energy. Like, I feel like they're just a happy type of person and they want people to be happy. I feel like they just want to have like a chill, happy, peaceful, fulfilling life. You know what I mean? They're not trying to start drama or have like some secret affair or have some craziness going on. They just want a happy life, and that's what they're going to bring in for you. And I feel like you're going to be surprised by how fulfilled you are. You're going to have those moments where you're just kind of like looking out at your beautiful garden or something, or setting the table for a really nice dinner party that, you know, you are hosting for a bunch of like bougie other people in your social group, and suddenly it's going to click to you like, this is my life. I can't believe it. I remember how I grew up, or I remember all those nights I spent sleeplessly thinking about this ex, and now I have this freaking beautiful place, beautiful life, wonderful husband, and I don't have to worry about money. And it's just gonna feel like, wow, I can't believe this. This is such a gift, you know? So other cards we got celebration, pure intention, motivation, and wisdom. So, wow, all positive. I mean, I just think this is going to be, they really are talking about you guys are going to have a lot of celebrations and, you know, we got peaks of joy. So just like those happy moments, you know, kind of like opening presents in front of the Christmas tree type of moments. Like, I just feel like you guys are going to have a happy, happy life. And I just heard happy wife, happy life, which maybe is something this person says, like maybe that's their motto, because I feel like they really want to make you happy. So if you are, you know, a woman and interested in men watching this video and you'd be their wife, then I feel like maybe that's something that they would say. And maybe this is a guy that just really lives to please his wife and like will do whatever to make her happy, and you're their motivation. You know, I feel like this person has a very pure soul. They're very sweet, but they're not dumb or anything or naive. It's just that I feel like they have kept their inner child. They have a very sweet, nice way of interacting. You know, I'm hearing that Bible verse, love is patient, love is kind. I don't know the rest because I'm not that good at memorizing Bible verses or anything for that matter, but I feel like that would come to mind, or maybe that's something that's said at your wedding ceremony, but this person really embodies that. They are very sweet, kind, loving, you know, which I really think is one of the highest octaves of love. You know, when I was younger, I used to think real love was like the dramatic, like, come back. No, I won't. No, come with me. You're not going with him. You're staying with me. No, I'm leaving. Like, that's what I thought love was. Like, that was so dramatic to me and so intense and like so sexy. And now I'm like, that is so dysfunctional and crazy. Like, miss me with that. I do not want any part of that Jerry Springer scenario. Like, no, thank you, sir. And so I feel like for me now, I realize that real love is really sweet and really kind and so pure. And I love, it reminds me of the Taylor Swift song Daylight. And I love the line in it where she says, I used to think love was burning red, but now it's gold, but now I know it's golden. And I feel like that's such a good line. And I know she wrote her album Red. That one has all like again, she comes up so much in these readings. I feel like I seem crazy, obsessed. If I get a restraining order from Taylor Swift, I'm going to blame y'all for that. But I am not obsessed with her. I do like her music. So I don't know how I know this stuff. But the point is, I am not like constantly checking for her. But I know that she wrote the album Red about her relationship, I think, with Harry Styles or something. I don't know. But that was the album that had, I think it had I Knew You Were Trouble When You Walked In, and all those and We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. Maybe that was about Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know. But the point is that it was all about those dramatic on and off relationships. Like, I knew you were trouble. I knew it was going to be a problem. Like, you know, fighting, getting back together. That was the theme of that album. So when she said, I used to think love was burning red, she's talking about that. Like, I used to think love was the fighting, the passion, the on and off, the good sex, the craziness, but you know, and now I know it's golden. It's really calm. It's really loving. It's sweet, which is what she has now, I think, with that Joe guy. So that's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing that line from Daylight, which is an amazing song. Look that song up because I think that embodies this so much. Like, seriously, I never say like definitely go look it up, but please go look it up because I really feel like that is the energy of this, like just calmness, loving, sweet, kindness. And not to say that those relationships can't have good sex, because they have amazing sex, you know, in those types of relationships. I mean, that is a beautiful form of sex, but it's maybe not like the dramatic, like, oh, he's the bad boy or she's the bad girl, and I don't know, where it's much calmer, you know? And so I just love that for you guys. I think it's really, really beautiful. So we got the Queen of Wands reversed, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So I feel like, yeah, what I'm getting is like, this is just going to be really intimate, sweet sex. Like, it's going to be, this person's going to be very attentive to your pleasure, what feels good to you. I also feel like something that is interesting is you guys are not going to need to be like, maybe you had relationships where you felt like you needed to fight, or you needed to really get your point across, or you really needed to, say, like, stand up for yourself. And it was like this difficult, like, struggle relationship, and I feel like you are going to move very much out of that energy. You're going to become a lot calmer, because it's almost like with this person, you don't need to fight, because you don't need to be arguing with them. Like, I said I wanted to go to that restaurant. Well, okay, if you can't, blah, 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 like, if we can't afford it, then we'll go somewhere else. Oh my God, you're always mad. Well, I said I was going to call you, but I didn't mean, like, you're not going to have to do that. You know what I mean? You're not going to have to be like, you said you were going to be there. I can't believe it. It's happened again. Like, you're not going to have those annoying arguments where you kind of have to set someone right. Just not going to happen. You're going to like be able to tell them one time, like, I'd love to go to that restaurant, and boom, they have it scheduled. You know what I mean? They're just going to really respect you. You might not even have to tell them directly, I'd like to go to that restaurant. Just like, oh, I heard this new, Asian fusion place just opened, and suddenly the next week, they made the reservation. You didn't even have to ask. You just were like, oh yeah, that looks kind of cool anyway. And they pick up on it because they're very attentive and sweet and loving to you. So it's like you guys are able to, if you were in a relationship where you felt like you had to fight and you had to like constantly be telling them what was going on, and you had to stand up for yourself, you're not going to have to be in that energy, that fighting energy, and you're going to be able to just be in a lot more dignity. Like, I see you guys being so much more dignified. Like, I feel like this person is going to treat you with such dignity that you grow into it yourself. And speaking of that, I just got the self-respect card. So I feel like you guys are on your journey to this. And being with this person is going to actually heal you. A lot of times we have to get ourselves to like a higher ascended place to meet our soulmate. But I actually feel like for you guys are going to meet this person, and they are going to bring you on this journey to higher self-respect, because they are going to treat you with such loving energy that it's just going to really fulfill you and make you kind of trust yourself more and listen to yourself, and and not feel like you're being disrespected. Like, you're going to, when someone treats you with such loving care, you internalize that, like, I am worthy of this. And I feel like it's just going to heal you a lot being with this person. So we also got shield, you need to defend yourself. Rose, romance is in the air. Dog, protection from a powerful friend. Money path, a path with money is waiting for you to find it. Flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. Lion, time to act. So I feel like a lot of this, some of these negative cards are more about your ex relationship, where maybe you felt like I was talking about, you had to be in this kind of like distorted Queen of Wands energy where you had to be very like setting this person straight, or you never knew where you stood with them, so you were constantly like questioning things and constantly stressed out and constantly like, what did they do? Like checking their Instagram, or feeling like very off balance, and it was a very disappointing period where you felt like you had to protect yourself. And now you're going to be moving out of that into feeling more safety, feeling more calmness, feeling like, oh, like, I'm totally cool with this. I'm totally okay in this situation, no matter what happens. And so I think that's just going to be a really wonderful part for your growth in general. I also think this person is going to be super loyal to you. So, and yeah, we got the gardener. That doesn't surprise me at all. I feel like this person is such a great caretaker of you. Like, they really are a caretaker, which is really what the gardener is about someone who just really, like wants to make you feel really good. So the gardener and the garden have to do with like, so in these cards, it is masculine, feminine. So again, if you have an issue with like the gender roles described, don't be mad at me, get mad at the cards or the ancient spiritual doctrine, but don't at me about it because I'm just the messenger. So the gardener is the masculine, and it talks about, and the garden is the feminine. And the garden, being the woman, can grow and bloom and come into her highest version of herself when she's being tended to. And of course, if you are a man, you can still be in your feminine energy, or vice versa, whatever. So just take what resonates. But this is really about the feminine energy blooming and becoming her highest version of herself, and really becoming, fully embodying her feminine beauty, and only being able to really go into that mode when she's feeling taken care of by her masculine partner. And he's supposed to be the caretaker, the provider, that kind of sets her life up so that she can really bloom into her highest feminine version of herself. That's what the cards talk about. And I feel like that sums up this relationship so much. Again, if you guys are like, I'm an independent woman and I don't want someone, taking care of my money situation or whatever, totally respect that, and it's up to you. You have the aspect of freedom of choice, or if you want to stay working outside the home or whatever, obviously get it and love that for you. But the thing is this is just about someone who really wants to take care of you and really wants you to be in your highest feminine octave. And if you guys ever wanted to be like a stay-at-home mom, or a homemaker or something, I feel like this person would be thrilled. They kind of just want you to be in your highest version of yourself. Some of you, maybe that means you still keep your job. Maybe you love your job and you love working and you're like, excuse me, I want to still be doing this. That's totally fine. But I just feel like you're going to have all this support, and this person is going to really go out of their way to make your life so much better and to make you feel really honored. So it's a really positive, beautiful, kind of ancient energy. So there's also the aspect that they are really also going to really put you on a pedestal in their mind. Like, to them, you are stunning. Like, maybe you are their exact type, you are just someone they find so beautiful. Maybe they feel like almost like you're out of their league a little bit. Like, they can't believe that you're with them. And in their mind, they can't imagine anyone would ever treat you badly, because they are like a supermodel. That's how they kind of view you. And so again, I feel like this is going to be good for your self-esteem and for your development, just because when someone looks at us with such love and affection in their eyes, we can't help but internalize that and be like, damn, I actually am pretty cute, or whatever, So it's going to be just so positive. And it's funny because we got reparenting yourself, and it's reversed. And I actually think that's because you don't need to be reparenting yourself. I actually think this person is going to reparent you in a way, but not like a traumatic trauma dump type of way, but more like just they give you so much love that it's like a really healing thing. And any wounds you had from childhood or whatever are really going to be filled by this. Maybe ones you didn't even know you had are going to come out, and you're going to be like, wow, I just feel so much happier now. I didn't even know I was miserable, but I really was, You guys, I feel like you'll just get along. I just keep getting this ease of a relationship. Again, I feel like you guys might share a lot of the same interests. Maybe you guys are both into Star Wars. And whenever a new Star Wars film comes out, you both just know you guys are going to go to the movie theater, and you're going to get that extra large popcorn and a soda, although I hate to say it because I try not to eat any GMOs, and I encourage everyone to not eat GMOs because they're really bad for you. But maybe, you can sneak in your own organic non-GMO popcorn and a little thing of kombucha or something, I don't know, and eat that at the theater. And you guys just know you have the same interests, you have the same stuff that you guys like to do, or maybe you guys love to watch football, and both of you guys just know that every Sunday you guys are going to be posted up in the fall, you're going to be cooking, non-GMO organic hot dogs in the kitchen, and you guys are gonna be eating them, maybe have some friends over, maybe make some guacamole and some chips. You guys are going to have this routine of stuff that you guys just both have as an interest, and it's gonna be wow, I didn't even know I would find someone who was interested in this. Maybe you're really into K-pop or something, and you didn't really expect that you'd find a partner that like was really into the same bands as you, and next thing you know, you meet this person and they're like, well, and I already bought tickets to the show, like at their front row, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like you guys are gonna have some interests, like whatever your interest is that maybe is kind of niche, or you're like, well, none of my friends really care about this, like this person will share that, and that's just gonna be a bonding moment for you guys. And there's just going to be so many levels of that, kind of like, wait, you like that? I like it too. Or maybe you guys have the same favorite type of food, or you both only like, when you're going out to eat, you only like to eat pizza. And so it's like, it's great that they share that interest and they want to go try all the like pizzerias in town, and you know, maybe you have the same order and it's like pineapple or whatever. But I just feel like you guys are going to have these commonality moments that are just like, whoa, we're so in sync, you know. We like the same stuff, and it's going to be a really healing vibe for you, because I do feel like you guys have not been treated right in romantic relationships. So this is going to really kind of just mean a lot to you. Like, oh damn, I actually do deserve to be treated right. So let me get some more cards. Can we get cards for pile 3? So we got change. We got new beginnings. Wow. Illumination. One more card for pile 3. One more card for pile 3. We got adventures. So I do think you guys might be traveling. Like, I feel like this person would love to take you. Like, if you had never been to Paris, they would love to go with you and see the look on your eyes when you see the Paris merry-go-round or whatever. Or, you know, when you guys go to the Louvre. Like, it's like they just want to make you happy. You know, for them, that means so much to just see like that smile on your face. And it's really like money is not so much an issue for them. So they don't really care about like, yeah, of course I would spend the money to go to the nice hotel, or of course I would buy this person that, like, why wouldn't I? You know, it's not such a huge deal to them. Whereas maybe before you were in relationships where you felt like you had to, you know, argue with the person all the time about them doing the smallest thing, like please take out the trash, or please text me back, or whatever. So there's going to be just this deep level of respect they have for you, and it's just going to really change so much for you, and like change so many aspects of your life, because I do feel like there's this aspect of you guys being kind of like being treated badly and internalizing it, or being beaten down, or not being treated with the respect you guys deserve, maybe even like family, or like way back it goes. But I feel like when this person comes in, it's like they really see the light in you. You guys might have known each other on the other side, because I'm getting kind of like soulmate vibes. Like you guys might have known each other in other lifetimes, or made an agreement to meet up this lifetime, and it might be a situation where other people are like, well, why is he with her? Like, he could have anyone. Or why is she with him? Or like, they almost wouldn't match you guys because they're like, well, this person has so much more money, or whatever. They just think that you guys are like not an even match. But you guys have this deep connection, this deep knowing of each other that no one can take away. And even if someone comes in and tries to like, you know, interject into it, or become a third party, or try to seduce one of you, you just be like, get out of here. Because like you guys have such a deep relationship that it's not even threatened. There's just this peace, there's just this calmness, there's just this, I know exactly that this is where I'm supposed to be and who I'm supposed to be with, and this person knows the same. So there's this honoring of each other that I really love. Like, I just feel like there's a treatment of each other with such a deep respect that is so beautiful and so sweet and high value and high vibration. Let me get some astro dice for pile 3. So we got Jupiter, first house, and we got Capricorn. So it doesn't surprise me that we would get Capricorn, because Capricorn is the really like hard worker of the zodiac, and also relates to money and success and career. So I feel like, again, this person in general just has a really great career. And also the thing about Capricorn is it's the mountain goat. And even though Mars is exalted there, it's exalted because Capricorn is very slow and steady. And it just is like one step at a time. And a lot of people think Mars should be exalted in Aries or other signs because it's like aggressive and it's quick and it's fast. But actually you get the job done by going slow and steady and consistent and having your eye on the prize, and over time just keeping going. And I feel like this person embodies that energy. They are very much just committed to things in their life. They are very much like have a lot of honor in them. You know what I mean? Like they are very patient and not like in a rush, not like frantic, not like, oh, I gotta do this. They are very like calm, steady, almost relaxed, but I feel like they do a lot. They are very productive. They're just not the type to run around screaming about it and like, oh my God, I gotta do that. I don't have time. Like, they are just like, yeah, I got it. Okay, maybe I'll wait a little, maybe I'll work an extra few hours tonight then, but it's okay. You know, they are just very calm, very good emotional regulation, which doesn't surprise me because we got the King of Cups, which is all about that, all about regulating your emotions in a really positive way. So it's not that you're blocking out your emotions and you're, you know, completely cutting them off. It's that you're feeling it, but being like, I think I'm really stressed. I think I'm kind of mad about that. I should probably address it with them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not to say you're not feeling those emotions, but you are processing them in a healthy way. And I feel like this person does that. Then we got Jupiter, which is the planet of luck. And also it relates to money and wealth. So again, this wealth thing just keeps coming through. They just want you to know that this person is pretty much loaded and has a lot of cash. I can't talk any more about that because I feel like I keep mentioning it because it keeps coming up in every pile, but they really want you to know that you guys are going to be marrying someone very wealthy and someone who really transforms your life and brings it into more of the luxury realm. So yeah, that is something definitely to look forward to. Then we got first house, which is really the house of like the self, the public identity. I do think there's also this aspect of this being made public. Like maybe you guys will have a big house and everyone kind of knows like, oh, they live there, or you have an Instagram and your Instagram is showing off all your travels, or that, you know, you do have this beautiful house, beautiful lifestyle. Maybe you'll be out to, you know, those kinds of expensive parties like balls and stuff. And you're posting photos and everyone can just see like, oh my God, like I didn't know she had that kind of life. Like, damn, okay, wow. But there is this public aspect to people seeing what you have going on and it being presented publicly. So again, I think that's where we got the victory card and some of the like, hell yeah, like a little bit of smug energy, but in a positive way. There's nothing wrong. You don't get bad karma or something from being a little bit like, you treated me badly and see where I am now. That's totally cool with God. So I feel like you guys are going to have those moments where you're kind of like vindicated. Oh yeah, I showed you. And there is nothing wrong with that. I love that for you guys because you know what? When someone treats us badly, they deserve to see us succeed because they shouldn't have acted up in the first place. So I love that for you guys. This is just really positive. I'm happy for you because I know you guys have been kind of gone through it or not had people value you the way you deserve to be valued. So I'm excited that this person is coming in to really bring that to you, you know? And I just think you guys, it's like you're going to find your person. You know, I kind of hate that phrase, like my person, but this is really that kind of energy. Like, I just think you guys are going to be almost like friends. Like, you guys are going to have this deep, like, you guys enjoy each other, you know? It's not just like, well, they're super hot and I'm sexually into them, or it makes sense for me to be with them because they're good, they have a great career and I have a good career and we're going to make lots of money together. It's not any of those reasons that sometimes people get married. It's like you guys just enjoy each other. You guys are like vibing with each other. You guys like what both of each other have going on. Again, with the shared interest. Like maybe you guys are both into a specific band or a specific artist. And again, you guys every year will go see like Jimmy Buffett or something. So yeah, I feel like there is just this beautiful commonality you guys have and a peaceful life, like a very peace and happiness and calm energy. So yeah, this is really beautiful. I'm really happy for you guys. Because I think you guys definitely deserve it, and it's been a long time coming. So I really hope that helped you guys. Please let me know if it resonates in the comments. I love hearing your stories and hearing, if it made sense to you. So please let me know your story, and make sure to like and subscribe. I post videos every few days, so if you want to see more, make sure you're subbed. So I will see you guys in the next reading. I am sending you so much love and light. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye. Hey, Pal 4. So if you guys picked this piece of sushi, this is going to be your reading. I don't actually know what it is, but it has a lot of details, almost like char marks, or maybe they're just the details on the scales. Super detailed. I really love these little fake sushi things. So by the way, I wanted to say, first thing before we go into it, I actually burned my hand pretty badly a few days ago, and I still have some kind of burn blisters and stuff. So just so you guys know, in case someone is really squeamish about blood or medical issues like that, I totally understand, but maybe just listen to the audio and don't actually watch it. And if you don't care and you are not squeamish, but just, I thought people might be a little concerned when they see it, so not to worry. I'm okay. So in like 3 seconds, I will flip my hand over just so you guys can see, just to dispel any like curiosity or whatever anyone might have. If you don't want to see, obviously look away. So 3, 2, 1. So it's not that bad, but just a few burn blisters that are healing pretty rapidly. So I just wanted to get that out of the way, because I know people might, assume the worst or something. So with that being said, let's get into your reading. I pre-pulled cards and let's see what they are. You guys got the Two of Cups and the Lovers. I can't make it up. Like, oh my God, that is so crazy that those were your first two cards. Then we got the Eight of Cups reversed. We got the Knight of Swords reversed. Death reversed, the Ten of Wands reversed, Temperance, the High Priestess, the Ten of Swords, Strength, the Eight of Swords reversed, and the Five of Pentacles reversed. Also the Nine of Cups and the the Eight of Pentacles reversed. We also got the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Six of Cups. So first of all, you guys are soulmates, and that's coming in really strongly. I feel like maybe for many of you, it's been a really long road, and there's like a death that needs to happen in your relationship sector of your life before this person can fully come in. So I feel like this is being blocked right now, and Spirit wants you to know that it's going to take time. And that you guys, when you're going to meet this person, it's all going to make sense. But maybe right now there's a period where you're feeling really defeated, feeling really lost. Maybe you have multiple things going wrong in your life, or there's just a person that you're very attached to that you wanted to see it work out with. But I feel like this soulmate is going to come in after all of that stuff kind of falls away. That's when you're going to have the space and the room in your life to be with them. I feel like many of you have already gotten in touch with this person. Maybe you already have actually hung out with them on the astral plane. You guys might be BFFs up there. So, for many of you, you already know kind of their energy. I feel like the energy I'm picking up on is very quick-witted. I feel like they are very kind of funny. I feel like you guys are just going to have a lot of similarities, and you guys are just going to both enjoy each other's company. But I feel like right now you guys feel super... Sorry guys, I got interrupted, but I don't remember what I was saying. But I just feel like the energy I'm picking up on is this person has a very dry sense of humor, almost sarcastic or sardonic. They're always kind of making comments that maybe no one else knows they're a joke, but you would know. Maybe this person can give you a look at dinner where they're like, the meatloaf is delicious, and just I don't know, they'll make like a little comment where you're just like cracking up on the inside, you know? Or like, this meatloaf is better than my Aunt Mabel's, and you know, like Aunt Mabel's meatloaf was like horrible or something, and you just kind of are like, you guys have the same sense of humor, and this person can just really easily make you laugh. And I feel like they are really good at those kinds of like sarcasm or little jokes that like maybe other people wouldn't even know are happening. You know what I mean? So I feel like you guys have that in common, and you guys really get along and like understand each other's sense of humor. And I feel like there is a lot of that aspect of banter or like deep discussions, or like heated, not heated, but like where you guys will like talk about something and maybe one person will have like one side and the other person will have the other side, you know what I mean? Like maybe you guys don't necessarily agree on politics or have the same interests or whatever, but then there's this love underpinning it and keeping you guys together. So yeah, that's the kind of energy I'm getting. So let me get into the cards. So first of all, I did look at some of these cards that I was pulling, and I cannot believe I pulled these one after the other. And literally right after I got these, you guys got the Divine Masculine, and I'm not making this up. I wish I had live filmed the pull because you guys would have seen it, the Divine Feminine, and I did not arrange that. So when you guys come together, I do feel like you guys will be very much, both you guys have been through it. You guys have worked on yourself. You guys have done the work, and it's like, you guys are ready, you know, to be in this relationship. Both of you guys probably have worked on yourself, probably, I feel like, have tried to come into your power, you know, and then it's like you guys are finally ready to join each other on this plane. I feel like this person probably has had their heart broken before too. They probably have had to deal with like people not liking them. And again, I get with like the sense of humor, maybe people get offended, or people just don't understand where they're coming from, or people like see what they're saying and are just like, like, I don't like how you said that, or there's like some aspect of like communication or misunderstanding. Maybe you guys have both experienced that. Like maybe you're trying to make a joke, but someone's like, that's not funny, or takes it, you know, very personally. And so I feel like when you guys come together, there's going to be this like, oh, okay, I get it. This person gets me, I get them, and we can finally understand each other. So we also got fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. So I feel like part of this is you have to know that this relationship is coming in and this is coming true. And I feel like, you know, maybe you guys sometimes lose faith or feel like, you know, there's probably not going to be anyone for me. There's almost an aspect of feeling jaded. I feel like both of you guys have been through it. Like both of you guys have been through like difficulties in life. I'm actually getting like a tired energy from this person. Like I maybe that's the energy I'm picking up on, where I guess to get the sarcasm, because it's almost like they're jaded and they've been through it and they're kind of like looking at the world like weary. And I feel like you guys are going to reignite the passion that you guys have for each other, where it's like, oh wow, like this world actually is a pretty cool place. Like maybe you guys both kind of are like been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Maybe you guys are older, or you just grew up early or something, but it's kind of like, you know, like for me, I am not older because I'm not that old, but like, you know, if you are an adult and like you live away from your parents, you spend Christmas sometimes like by yourself, or at least I have. And sometimes you can just be like, well, it just feels like another day, you know, like, yeah, I'm going to cook for myself, or I'm going to see some friends, but it doesn't feel like Christmas with like the snow and the giant Christmas tree and like, you know, the Home Alone version of Christmas. And then it's funny because you'll spend Christmas with like a little kid or something, and they're like screaming about Santa and so excited for presents. And suddenly you're like, oh my God, like this is an amazing holiday. And it brings back those feelings that you thought were kind of lost, you know? And I feel like that's something that will happen with you guys. Is it's almost like you guys have been jaded, been through it, have been going through the hard times. And it's almost like I feel like those are tests to see, are you going to keep going? Are you going to stay strong? And then once you pass, this person will come in, and both of you guys are going to feel like reinvigorated, awakened in this connection. Like when you spend Christmas with a little kid and seeing the joy in their eyes makes you realize and remember what that holiday feeling is. And suddenly you're not like, oh, it's Christmas. Yeah, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas. You're like, Merry Christmas. Yay. And you're so excited to have like the plum pudding or whatever you guys have as desserts. My family always has really traditional plum pudding because we're like English originally, so I guess that's a thing in England, so that's what we always eat. But you know, whatever you guys have as your tradition, it's like that is going to be so much more exciting to you, you know what I mean? And that's what you guys are going to have, is like this new perspective on things, this new energy, this fresh start. So we also got temptation, and I feel like that more has to do with inner child, or temptations reversed, sorry. So we got inner child and we got journey. So I feel like there is temptation that is coming in. Like I said, it's almost like a test. Like, are you going to give in? I actually feel like both of you might have people come in who are very sexy and seductive energies. Like you might have that relationship where you're almost like, it's like the school bad boy or something, like that archetype. Obviously, some of us are not 16 and going through school and we don't have a school bad boy, but maybe it's like that type of person, you know what I mean? That is like very tempting, that like everyone likes, and they come up and they are hitting on you and they want to be dating you, and you're kind of like, what is this? Like, why are you even paying so much attention to me? Like, okay. And it almost feels like this can't be real. And I feel like that would be like a test. Like, it's almost like you guys are going to have temptation thrown at you, because what you have at the end of it is such a beautiful connection that like the darker forces want to oppose that. And so you guys might have situations where it's almost like, this is bizarre. Like if you're a guy, it's like some beautiful woman just shows up and like, you know, she's wearing lingerie at your front door and you're like, what is going on? Why is this happening? And it's like, those are tests to see if you're going to deviate from your path. Like, I feel like you guys both will have very sexy people coming around you, because it's like trying to see, like, will you settle for this? Will you settle for this dysfunctional but very hot relationship? Because they have something way better for you at the end. Because I feel like when you're with this person, it's going to feel much like coming home. And we got inner child, and we also got the 6 of Cups. So there's this like childlike aspect to this relationship. I feel like actually, you know, I said you guys had sarcasm in your relationship, but maybe that's not true. Maybe it's more that you've had that in other relationships, or you feel that way, or you have had like this jaded quality, and that's going to fall away when you guys are together. That's what this person's energy feels like, but I'm wondering if that is like how they're feeling now, and when you guys meet, it's going to transform, because I'm kind of feeling that way. And the cards are really positive about like inner child stuff. So I feel like maybe when you guys get together, it's almost like it turns back the time, you know, the wheels of time. I'm hearing that Cher song, If I Could Turn Back Time. So maybe it's going to be like, suddenly you feel 16 again. Suddenly you guys are feeling like you're back in high school, or having that first love kind of vibe. And you never would have thought that that would be possible. Maybe you are the type of person that feels very jaded, and your friends are like, why won't you date that person? Or he's cute. And you're like, I'm just not interested, or I just don't want to date anymore, or that's it. It's just, you know what, it's not going to happen for me. And so it's like this relationship is you're going to be surprised, because you're not the type of person who's usually running around with like butterflies in the air and, you know, hearts in their eyes. Like, but that is going to turn you into that with this person. So we got inspiration, and then we got woman holding a heart, indecision, the garden and the gate, second chakra, Archangel Ariel, and deceit reversed. So I feel like there have been like deceitful or hurtful people in your past. I can actually feel it really strongly now. Like there's a real hurt hanging around you, or your person. I feel like both, because I feel like you guys are counterparts that mirror each other, because you guys have that real soulmate twin flame thing. So I feel like you guys both have been really hurt. Like maybe it's not even romantic, maybe it's family or work, but there have been people that have treated you really badly and really, really, really hurt you. And I feel like you guys are both on that same journey to find each other. And you kind of don't know, like, why is this happening? But it's kind of like you guys have been journeying through the wilderness to get to the pot of gold at the end or whatever. I'm hearing the line from Like a Virgin by Madonna where she's like, I made it through the wilderness. Oh my God. I'm always making up weird, new, weird sounding words. The wilderness. Okay. Anyway, I made it through the wilderness. Yeah, I made it through. That's the lyric like that I'm hearing, because I feel like you guys have both been going through so much like difficulty and trauma and dysfunction and turmoil, and it's almost like you guys both have really shady people around you. Like I keep getting that like shady energy, lying energy, almost like maybe that's the sarcasm energy I was picking up on, because I keep getting the sarcastic humor. Maybe you guys were around people like that who were just very jaded, would kind of make fun of you or something, and it's almost like it seeped into your soul a little bit, and you feel like just not excited about the world. Like you feel like this just sucks, it's always gonna suck, it's horrible. And it's like you guys are both going through that, and that's part of the journey so that you guys can join each other. And I feel like when you guys get together, it's going to be like passing into this garden from the gate. Like see how the garden is walled off because it needs to be safe and protected, you know? And I feel like that's going to be what happens. Like you guys are going to like enter that garden together, and suddenly you're in this beautiful space, and suddenly you guys are in this like amazing, you know, safe, protected environment. And it's like you guys needed to go through all the BS to, you know, to finally find each other. It's just part of the journey to get to that garden. It's just part of where you guys had to go from where you started to end up where you're at, you know? I mean, it's like until they invent, I was telling that to my friend the other day. She was rushing to get to like a party, and we were out to lunch or whatever, and I was like, I didn't want to go to the party, but she was like, we were having to order an Uber, and the Uber was late, and she was like stressing out and all this stuff. And I told her, I was like, well, unless we can't teleport, so there's nothing we can do, because I kept saying like, listen, even if you're late, whatever, because she was really having an anxiety attack. It was kind of annoying. And I was like, listen, even if you're late, it's going to be okay. And she was like, but it's not going to be okay if I'm late. And I was like, well, unless we can't teleport, so there's nothing we can do. So let's not freak out the Uber driver. Let's just calm down. And I feel like that's the thing. Like you guys, it would be great if we could just fast forward through these things in life, right? And we could just suddenly start from like horrible life and end up with like dream life, soulmate, whatever. But unfortunately, to go from here to here, we actually do need to go through all the trouble and the travails. Just like we had left her car the night before, so we had to Uber to the car, then we had to drive. She had to like drop me off because I was wearing heels, and I was like, I am not walking down the street in the middle of the day looking like, you know, a hooker or something. Like, I'm sorry, but I am not. So she had to drop me off. Then you know, we ended up, then she had to go to her party and all this stuff. So we needed to go from like point A, point B, point C, blah, blah, blah. And I just bring all that up to say, like, that's just part of the journey somehow. We can't just fast forward through those annoying parts when you're waiting for the Uber and you're like, come on, like, oh, what are they doing? They went down the wrong street. You know, that sucks in life when that's going on. But we just have to trust the process. And I feel like you guys are right now. You're going through it. The Uber driver's late. It hasn't shown up. You're like, should I cancel if I have to book another one? Like, but know that that is all coming, and the final destination is going to make it all worth it, you know? So you guys also got Magic Prayer. You got Golden Palace. You got Dragon's Lair reversed. You got Movement, Goblins, and Rescue. So yeah, there is this heavy aspect of negativity and kind of evil surrounding you guys, that you guys have been in it. You guys have been going through it, and I totally get it and feel you guys. This is hard when you're going through this kind of stuff, but know that the destination you guys have is really beautiful. I think this person is going through the same thing as you. They're going through a lot, and it's difficult for them. You know, they are probably wondering what, like, it's like, you know, the girl will be saying like, why aren't there any good men out there? And the guy will be saying like, why aren't there any good women out there? You know what I mean? Like, both of you are like, oh my God, all my dates are liars. And it's like, probably they are. You guys are probably attracting deceitful people right now to teach you guys all these hard lessons, so that when you guys do end up together, you guys will both have like really ascended. Because again, how you guys are going to be in when you finally meet each other is in divine masculine, divine feminine energy. So I feel like you guys are both kind of being put through it for spiritual advancement reasons. And I've said it before in readings, but that's something I've noticed so many times for people who have big blessings coming to them, is just that they really have to go through the hardship. And it stinks. I wish we could just, you know, take the nice people and automatically bring them, like make them the president and, you know, give them the billions of dollars and just make them have a great life. Like, we don't need to have them go through trauma and dysfunction. But unfortunately, I've noticed that in so many people's past who accomplish a lot, is they just really have to go through a lot of hardship. And that's what ends up bringing them to their destination. So I feel like you guys might be questioning like, why is this happening? Or why do I have to be around these people? I feel like you guys have had people around you that really question, doubt you, make you feel bad about yourself, make you really be in a negative place, make you really, you know, feel like you're not worth it, feel like you're not good enough. And I feel like that's what's going to be so great, is you guys are really going to be able to rely and trust on each other. It's almost going to be like a revelation. Like, you're going to be like, oh, this is what it feels like to be in a relationship and not have to worry about the person cheating on you. Or you're going to ask them like, you know, like randomly on your birthday, they're going to have your favorite kind of cake. And you're almost going to be like, how did you know? And they're going to be like, well, you mentioned you liked coconut cake. Like, I remember 8 months ago when you were at that bakery, you said, oh, my favorite, I love coconut. It's my favorite cake flavor, you know, and you're going to be like, but that was 8 months ago. You didn't even say anything. Like, it's going to be just so easy. You're just almost going to be surprised. Like, is this what it's like to be around someone who's so respectful, treats you with honor, treats you with dignity? And again, this aspect of just not lying, even like the bar is so low, right? The bar is in hell, but just not lying to your face would also just be like a total change of pace, because I feel like you guys have had people really lie, really treat you badly. And so, you know, that period is going to end. And I feel like with this person, both of you guys are going to be very protective of each other. Both of you guys are in the process of learning to protect yourselves, protect your heart. And so when you guys come together, it's like you guys are both going to form this kind of safe space with each other. Like, you're not going to tolerate people who are having bad intentions or who see the worst in you. Like, if someone is rude to you, they are going to stand up for you, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, both of you guys know what it's like to be treated badly, and both of you are going to really work to make the other person like feel safe, feel comfortable. So other cards we got are Yin, No Place Like Home, oh, Soulmates, and Imagine reversed. So I feel like you guys might just feel really at home with each other and also have a beautiful home. Like, I feel like, again, I keep getting that you guys are creating this very like protective, safe space. And it might literally be your home. Like, maybe you guys will redecorate, renovate, or really change a home and really make it like, oh, this is just my favorite place in the world. You know, everyone has, well, most people, I guess, have a place to live, you know, but there can be a home you live in where you're like, oh, I hate this place. Like, the kitchen is so ugly, or I hate this wallpaper. I hate this tub. It's just so uncomfortable. And I feel like you guys are going to have the opposite. Like, it's going to be the kind of house or physical living space where you guys just love it. Like, maybe you redid it, or maybe when you moved in, you were just like, oh my God, was this designed for me? Like, maybe you wanted a certain feature, like a conservatory or a fireplace, or, you know, a certain type of roof that's like uncommon, or like a little attic crawl space area that, you know, you can read in, and you're like, I just know, like, I'm probably not going to find that, but that's okay. And it's like you guys just find that home that you're like, oh, did I draw this out of my dream? Like, how is this so perfect? It's like you guys are going to create this very like hidden world with each other. I feel like you guys already kind of hang out there on the astral realm. I feel like both of you guys give each other support for everything you guys have gone through, the negativity both of you are coming out of and currently like existing in. Both of you guys hang out on the astral realm and kind of give each other support. Maybe sometimes when you're really stressed out, you like go lay down on your bed and close your eyes and kind of like and kind of tune into an energy or feel suddenly support coming to you, or you can kind of reach out and feel, I don't know, like someone, you know, kind of there like comforting you and you feel better. It's probably that person. And I'm not saying you have to be careful when you go on the astral realm, so please don't just experiment with that too much, because you do have to be very protective, because there's a lot of negative things on the astral realm as well. So I don't want to make anyone, you know, use a Ouija board or do things that are spiritually risky, because really you do have to know what you're doing for sure. I mean, even I have to very, very careful about clearing my space and clearing my physical body and my chakras like all the time doing these readings. Even today I had to stop midway through a reading and like clear it because there was a doozy of an earlier reading. So be glad you're not in that pile. That was crazy to read. But like, you have to be very careful about being on the astral realm, because there are other entities and stuff. So I'm not saying like experiment with that if you guys have no experience with it, because you do want to be careful when you're like a beginner and stuff. But I just feel like this person's energy and yours is already very connected, and many of you guys might see each other in dreams or might already interact or give each other support, because there's just this supportive energy. So I feel like you guys, when you meet, it's going to be like one of those relationships where you're like, oh my God, I've known you, or like I must have met them. I know I met them. Like I have to have. Maybe I met him at a party and I was drunk and I don't remember, but I must have met him. Like it's going to be one of those feelings. And you guys might have never met, you know, but you just have known each other on the astral realm. You guys are like hanging out all the time, best friends, you know, one of those best friends that you text all the time where you're just like, this happened, blah, blah. Like it's just a constant back and forth. Like that's kind of what you guys do, because you're already informing each other on the astral realm. And yeah, you guys you're also going to be able to, like, this is going to be, I just see this very safe, almost like Taurus type space, where this person and you are going to really be able to feel safe with each other. There's just this emphasis on safety and you guys feeling super content in your living environment. So other cards we got are happiness, solitude, freedom reversed, purity, and new beginnings. So I actually think with solitude, it's just about like the calmness, and I'm feeling a really calm energy from this person. I just feel like you guys are going to feel calm, safe, almost like quiet, like restful with each other, you know? You guys have been going through so much difficulty, dysfunction, whatever, that it's going to seem like a revelation, like, wow, this is what it's like when someone treats you with dignity and love, and there's not this chaos constantly. Like it's just going to feel like coming home. It's just going to feel so safe and protected. There's a purity to this relationship, like an innocence to it. Like it's like neither one of you are conniving or trying to change the other or trying to, you know, manipulate. And that's what you guys have been used to. Both of you guys are kind of pure souls. And so it's like, both of you guys have been surrounded by people that see that light and try to like put it out. And both of you guys might have even had experiences with some kind of abuse or narcissism or deep manipulation. And so it's like you guys have a little bit of scars from that, you know, a little bit of trauma, but it's like this relationship is going to give you this safe space to heal, to come out of it. And it's like you guys have so much in common, so many shared interests, so many shared feelings. And even if you guys have things that you differ on, I feel like you guys will be really good at working out your difficulties, working out your issues, like coming to each other from a really calm place with a lot of respect. there's just going to be a lot of happy times. I feel like once this relationship comes into your life, it's going to give you such a safe foundation that you'll be able to manifest whatever you want. I always say that, like, it's always funny sometimes, or not funny, but, you know, I notice a lot of people, sometimes people will accomplish so much more, you'll see, at an early age when they have really great parents. And everyone can be set up for success in different ways. Sometimes you'll see someone who comes into success at a really young age, and it's because they had to like leave home early because their parents were really, you know, nasty to them. And it was the reason that they decided to like leave as soon as they turned 18, and they moved to somewhere and they became a huge success. So it can happen in different ways. And so don't feel bad if you're like, well, I wish that was me, but it didn't happen. Because there's so many different paths to the ultimate destination. But I feel like I notice so many times people who have parents, like two parents that are super functional, super ascended, super high vibrational, that those kids will be set up with such an advantage. And it's like they kind of a lot of times will figure out their life path early. Like they will know, like, you know, I want to go into business. I just really love it. Or I really love art. And they'll be able to reach that success path because they have this solid foundation. They feel safe. Whereas someone who has a lot of trauma from their parents, or very dysfunctional, unevolved parents, or narcissistic parents, they're constantly doing double duty. They can't really focus on what they want to do with their career when they have crazy parents that they're trying to just fend off and deal with and manage, you know? And so my point is that I feel like this relationship, it's almost going to be like a fresh start. It's almost going to bring you back to like that childhood period. And you're going to suddenly have a lot of the issues you guys were always fighting, like having to deal with the dysfunction and the lying and the dishonesty, are going to just really fall away. And then you're going to be able to move forward into a different part of your life that's more high vibrational and more along the lines of your destiny. You know, like, what do I really want to do in this life? What is my path? All those questions are going to come up because this person is going to give you such a solid foundation to allow those things to come out. And I also feel like this person is going to be protective of you. So if you do have dysfunctional parents, dysfunctional family members, or, you know, coworkers or friends, they're going to really cut these people out of your life. They're not going to be okay with like your mom if your mom is always making you feel bad about yourself, or your friends if your friends are secretly jealous of you and causing conflict behind the scenes and talking about you. Like, they are going to smell that and root it out really fast and be like cutting them out. And you might be like at first like, whoa, wait, suddenly you don't want me to, I can't spend Thanksgiving with my family. But you're going to realize over time, like, wow, my life is so much better now. I feel so much happier. I feel so much more at peace. And it's really going to unleash this new destiny for you guys. So other cards we got is love. So that's come through so strongly. Like, a lot of times we'll get, you know, hard or whatever. But like, I feel like each time you guys just get straight up like soulmate, divine masculine, divine feminine, love, woman holding a card. You guys get all the love cards. Like, wow. So wishes, family wishes come true, gavel, involvement with the law, chair empty, someone is leaving your life, older man, coins, ear, and man. So I feel like for most of you guys, I know most of my viewership is female anyway, and this would be a man coming in. I feel like both of you guys have an energy where this is like older. Not saying you guys are super old, or I don't know. I don't even know what super old means, but like, I feel like it's just going to be like both of you are coming at it from a very mature mentality, you know? Both of you guys have been through stuff, and you guys have, you know, you're not like just a spring chicken, like, oh, I'm 16 and this is my first love, and like, the world is a perfect place. Even if you were 16, you'd be like a jaded 16, like you've had to go through a lot. You've had a hard childhood or something. So mentally and emotionally, you guys feel very mature. You guys feel like you're older because you have a lot of this wisdom that comes from age. I feel like this in a way is going to be like a form of justice for you. Like, this is like karma paying off. This is like, oh, okay, like all the stuff that I went through. I feel like a lot of people are going to be jealous of this relationship. Some of the dysfunctional people in your life especially are going to be very angry about this because they feel like you don't deserve someone as good as this, and they're going to be extremely jealous and mad. And again, I feel like that those kinds of dysfunctional relationships you have are really going to be brought to the surface by this relationship, because they're going to stir up, this person's going to stir up even more jealousy, and then your person's going to be really mad about the jealousy and is going to be like, oh hell no, and it's just going to like come to a culmination, which actually I think is very positive, because I think a lot of this dysfunctional energy does need to be kicked out of your life, and that's what we talk about with chair empty. Someone is leaving your life, so this person coming in is going to actually kick out the dysfunctional loser people that are trying to make you feel bad about yourself. So that's a really good thing. I love that. I mean, yes, to clearing out nasty dysfunctional energy, thumbs up. Even though it's hard in the moment, it is so good long term. This person might be coming in October. It might be when you guys meet, or they might be born in October. So they might be a Virgo or a Scorpio, I think. Yeah. Virgo or Scorpio. So, or wait, is it Libra? I think it's Libra. I always mix those up because, yeah. But I think it's Libra and then Scorpio. So they might be a Libra or a Scorpio. Or, I mean, they could have any sign, but that might resonate. So I feel like, yeah, this person, they also might have money, which has come in a few times, but there's so much to talk about. Like, I feel like there's this aspect of you guys, like, I feel like this relationship, like I said, it's going to speed up your destiny, and it's also going to make money start to come in more. So this person might be bringing in a lot of wealth themselves, or they might kick off something in your life that allows you to make more money. Like, again, maybe without the dysfunctional family members or the dysfunctional friends or whatever, you kick them out of your life, and then you're shocked by how quick your career advances. You know what I mean? Or you're like, you know what? I'm going to start that business that I told that person about, and they were always putting it down, and you start the business and it's huge, you know? But I feel like this relationship is going to kick off financial abundance in your life and just a more positive period in general, but positive specifically as it relates to money. So let me get some more. Actually, let me shuffle more of these destiny cards. Yeah, I just feel like this person is going to bring in so much more to your life. You're going to be healing chaos. Yeah, it's going to be really healing for both of you. And it's going to be the kind of relationship that just really opens up your life so much, and really purification. I love that card, especially as it relates to this. Like, I feel like you guys feel very jaded, and it's almost like you're like, God, I've been messed. Like, I feel like you almost feel like you've been messed up, and like, how could I recover from this? How could I ever trust again? How could I ever love again? Like, you've been through so much that you're literally at that point where you really don't see a point where you could ever open your heart up to someone so deeply again, because you've just been through so much. And that's what this relationship is going to do and going to bring in, is this beautiful new gateway to a new life and healing those aspects of your life that you really thought couldn't be healed, that you were like, well, I'll just have to deal with that trauma forever. Oh, well, but that's how it goes. And it's like, Spirit's like, no, wait until you see this. You guys are going to heal it, and you're going to feel almost like 20 years younger when this relationship comes in. Again, there's just this reunion energy that also you guys are divine counterparts. You guys are divine soulmates. And so just being reunited with them is going to make you feel very whole again. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I can breathe again. Kind of like, you know, they'll reunite twins, like infant twins in like the hospital, and they'll like have separated them for some reason, and they put them together, and they just are like grabbing at each other and just like completely wrapped up in each other's arms, because they're like, we're reunited. And that's kind of like what you guys will be like. You guys have been, probably that's one of the sources of your struggling. When I see two soulmates that are coming in so strong, maybe you guys are twin flames, where it's like you guys are, part of the suffering is that you guys are separated. You know what I mean? And so when you have that reunion moment, it's going to relieve, just being together, even if nothing else happens, just you guys being together is going to relieve so much of that pain, and is going to just make you feel so much happier than you thought possible. Just being in this person's presence, because you guys have this ancient connection. So let me spin the astro dice for you guys. Can we get some astro dice for pile 4 and their person, their spouse? Oh my God, I knew this was going to come up. Okay, so we got the nodes. We got Aries as well, and the 6th house. But I really love that we got the nodes. The nodes speak about destiny. And like I said, this is a destiny relationship. I actually feel like this is going to be, you know how DJ Khaled says major key? And this is going to be like major key for you guys. Like everything else is going to start locking into place once this person comes into your life. I feel like you guys are just going to be able to fly, because again, I feel like you guys have such a deep connection that being separated from this person is like a loss in itself. You know, it's like you guys being reunited is almost like someone who had a missing puzzle piece and then it's put together. Or if you suddenly couldn't use a body part and now you have it back, you know? Like this person and you are so close to each other and have such a divine connection that that relationship being back in your life is just going to mean everything. I really feel also like, you know, you guys have been on your own and you've really felt it. Like obviously everyone is on their own to a certain extent, but it's like you guys have been, you know, feeling really like I'm all alone. I can't do this. I'm by myself. And that is going to be healed when this person comes in. The 6th house has to do with health, and you might even find your health improving. Like if you guys have been feeling depressed or having bad mental health or feeling physically like run down, it's like that is going to cure so many things, because just being separated from this person, I feel like has a real effect on you guys, just because it's like you need each other because you guys have such a depth of connection. And then with Aries, maybe, you know, this person could be an Aries. They could also be a Virgo, which is 6th house, or like I said, a Libra or a Scorpio. But Aries is also about like having to fight, having to go to war. And I feel like you guys have been feeling that way and having to fight with so many people your whole lives, that this relationship is really going to be such a relief that, you know, it's like you can finally relax. No more fighting. Can we get some more cards for pile 4's spouse? Can we get cards for pile 4's spouse? So we got the Ace of Cups. Aw, that's so beautiful. We got the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands, or the Page of Wands. I need to figure out which one the name is. Sorry. But you guys, I mean, this is going to be such a fulfilling relationship in so many ways. You guys are going to just feel like so blessed by this. I also think there's this aspect of other people being really jealous of you guys. We also got the 3 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and the High Priestess. A lot of people are going to be jealous of this relationship and try to tear it apart and try to come in and like disrupt things, but they're not going to be possible. This relationship is so divinely appointed and watched over that there's literally nothing they can do. And I feel like a part of that is that your partner has been through it. You know, they don't have the rose-colored glasses that other people might have. You know, they have been through the same kind of deceit, lies, deception, so they kind of know how to see it. You know, they are not this gullible, wide-eyed person that has never had someone screw them over. And so if someone was to come to them and try to be shady and be like, you know, I heard they're cheating on you, they're not just going to be like, oh my God, they are. They're going to be like, okay, well, Linda, I knew you were jealous. You always were. Like, you know what I mean? They're going to like root that out really quick. So all the people that will try to set you guys apart, this person is not going to let it, and they're going to see through it, and they are just going to again, they're so focused and in love with you. So it really doesn't matter. And you don't have to, like, even though other people are going to try, it's really not going to work. So just don't worry about that. Again, you guys have this very deep psychic connection. We got the High Priestess again. So I really do think you guys are talking on the astral realm. You guys know each other in that space. And you guys have this beautiful connection that you can kind of tune into that will rejuvenate you, make you feel a lot better when you're going through stress, when you're going through problems. So it's just a really beautiful, beautiful connection. And I do think, I think you guys just have both been through a lot, but this is going to be almost your reward. This is how it should be. And when you guys are able to reconnect, it's just going to feel like a sigh of relief, or like a huge part of your life that was finally put into place. You're going to have your trust restored, and you're going to be like, oh, this is what love is like. Like, it's just so calm, so peaceful, so beautiful. And I'm hearing you'll get beauty for the ashes, which I think means, because I know it's a Bible verse, I'm not the best at remembering all the verses, but I do know beauty for ashes means, for all the pain, all the suffering, all the stuff that was burnt down and turned into ash, you're going to get beauty. You're going to get a reward. You're going to get payback. And I feel like this is going to be your payback. Like, for all the nastiness these other people did to you, you're going to have so many beautiful moments with this person, and it's just going to make up for it so much. And you're going to be like, that was why? Oh, damn, that was why. And it's like that reunion moment is just going to be, I'm seeing like two people running to each other and like crying, and like, when you'll see like two people reunited after, like, have you guys ever watched Wife Swap? How at the end, whenever they're climbing out of the limo or whatever, they'll always run to each other and then start crying, even when they're like fighting, and you're like, we know you guys are both dysfunctional. I don't know, maybe it's just the drama of the moment brings out the tears, or maybe they're doing it for the cameras or whatever, but that's what I'm seeing. Two people running towards each other and like sobbing in each other's arms, like, we're back. And it's genuine on your guys' part. Like, this is real, that you guys really do love each other so much and have this soul ancient connection. You probably met up in like multiple lifetimes, like over and over and over, not just like, oh, I knew you once in another life, but like, oh, I hang out with you every time. You're my favorite person. So, it's like you have that best friend that you always call to go out. Like, maybe you have like, oh, I like that person too, and I have this close friend, I have that friend. But at least for me, I usually have like one best friend that I'm always hanging with. And if there's someone else that I'm hanging out with, I'll be like, hey, should we invite like Linda? I keep saying Linda, so maybe some of you are named Linda. I don't know. Or maybe that resonates somehow. I don't know. I don't know any Linda, so I don't know why it keeps popping up. But I feel like you guys are each other's like best friend on the astral realm. So you guys just keep being like, should we meet up again this lifetime? Let's do it, because you guys just prefer each other's company. And so that's why reuniting is going to just be a much happier life, because again, you guys just enjoy each other. You love being around each other. You get so much pleasure just from the other person being around. So it's just going to improve your life, even if nothing else changed. But again, I do think this is going to change so many things in your life, bring in money, bring in abundance, bring in a lot of joy in general. So it's just an overall glow up. It's an overall blessing, and you guys have a lot to look forward to. I'm really happy for you guys, and you guys deserve it. You guys have been through it, and now it's time for the reward. So Spirit, is there anything else you have to say? No, they're saying that's it. So I really hope that resonated, you guys. Please let me know if it did in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe. I post every few days, so if you want to see more videos, make sure you're subbed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please let me know if it, resonated, and if you have, this makes sense to you, drop it in the comments, because I love hearing your stories. But I am sending you guys so much love and light. Have an amazing day, guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.